Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sidebar Cantina, the podcast where we talk about Star Wars, pop culture, unpreparedness, or whatever the fuck we feel like talking about. I'm Mr. Jason Roscoe, with me here each and every single week, the Darth Vader to my Palpatine, Dave Martin. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Jason.
How are you?
Dude, it was a beautiful day outside today.
It was.
I was
Of what I got to see of it.
Yeah, the little bit that I got to stand outside and enjoy it. It was a beautiful spring day today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with that.
All right, very good. Yeah, one of the downsides of working 10-hour shifts is you don't get out a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
But you get that Friday off.
That is true, which is...
So you get that whole day.
Which, by the way, you know, I remember saying when I first started this new job, like, oh, I wonder if I'm ever going to get used to the 3-day weekends to where it's going to feel like, you know, it goes by real fast, just like other weekends.
Of course you are.
Yeah. It's like I have 3-day weekends every single weekend, and it always goes by in a flash. I'm like, where the fuck did all my time go?
Right.
So
I can imagine. It's just like, yeah. Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah.
I can totally see it.
So anyway, what are we talking about today?
That's a great question. So
we literally like almost had a topic change, or fuck, I don't know. We might still have a topic change after we've gone live, but
no, we're doing aren't we talking about the Last of Us? Isn't that what we're doing?
Oh yeah, we're doing The Last of Us.
Right. That thing with like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
right.
Know.
And
that chick with the big chin.
Literally, I just gave you all the information I have about The Last of Us.
Yeah.
That is the extent of my knowledge about that show. So take it away.
Never played the video game.
Nope.
Don't care about the show.
Nope.
So no, we are not stealing the Escape Pods topic this week. But
no,
that would have been fun.
It would have been. I wish I could have faked it a little bit more, but the only reason I even know he's in it because it's Pedro Pascal. So.
Yeah, he's on top of the world right now. Quite frankly.
He is. He's got that.
Yeah,
the meme is the memes being.
What is
played
that from anyway?
The thing with him and Nick Cage.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I see it all the time. And every time I see that face, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like it creeps me out a little.
Well, they're obviously on something.
Yeah, they're like in a car, right? And he's looking over at him. He's got like, that. Yeah, it's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So,
hey now.
Anywho, yeah, no, I get it. He's probably an attractive man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, women loved him.
Probably an attractive man.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a good judge of that.
I neither.
If it's not Bradley Cooper, then I don't know.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. Yay.
Anyway.
So we're talking about what now? What is our topic this week?
Ahsoka.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing. We're going to go over a handful, a few. That would be 3. Right, because that's what few means. 3.
If you count the 2-parter as 1, yes.
Yes, we're counting 2-parter as 1. Duh, obviously.
Right.
3 episodes of Ahsoka from Rebels.
Yes.
Just as kind of like a background piece because we were so fucking stoked about the Ahsoka trailer coming out that we kind of wanted to do an immediate deep dive, so to speak, into Ahsoka. So. Not all the way back into Clone Wars Ahsoka, but in the more immediate Rebels Ahsoka.
Right, because I mean, there's no way we could do like a 1-episode look at Ahsoka from Clone Wars. It's just too much content there.
Yeah, there is a lot. There's a lot of.
And really, well, we'll talk about that. You know what? I'm actually going to add a note into the notes.
What?
Just cool your jets. So
what note into the notes?
I'm doing it live, Dave.
I'm gonna watch.
I don't have the
Should I say it?
How dare you?
Should I say it while you're typing it?
Sure.
Is it a secret?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, go ahead. Start typing. Ahsoka. Clone Wars. Recap.
Yeah. Not distracting at all.
No, not at all.
Oh, this is gonna be one of those episodes, folks.
Yeah.
It's
Dave's here for one reason and one reason only.
What is that reason, Dave? Because I don't even know.
Throw us off the fucking rails as much as possible.
All right, fair enough. So can we get back on the rails for a little bit? Should we, did you want to do your intro thing, or should we hop right into Red 5 and then get into that?
What intro thing? What are you talking about?
You've got intro. Boom.
Oh, it just says fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Because fuck cancer.
Yeah, and you had a thing about the John.
Oh, well, so this is episode 290.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that, I mean, we're creeping up on the episode 300.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So at some point we're gonna have to nail down what we're doing for 300. Right. Just to put it out there, put a little heat on ourselves to fucking actually make some sort of decision, which we're great at. We are so good at making decisions. Like it's like the best thing we ever do.
Yes. Yes.
We're like spot on. We do it like so far in advance. We don't procrastinate.
I try to. I try to plan things out.
We shit. But apparently, so the John who has been getting on us about fucking getting audio episodes posted. Thanks, John. He has an episode. He let me know. He texted the other day that he has an idea for episode 301. So, and I think he said he wants to try and coordinate it when he's in town.
Oh.
So I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work, since he is on the other side of the planet, but we shall see what we shall see. But yeah, so we potentially have an episode idea for 301. So if the person who writes down things can write down that thing, that episode 301, comma, the John, question mark.
Oh, so
to come back to later. No, he didn't give me what the idea was.
Oh,
he just said it. Well, he said it's a telephone conversation, but it was like 10 o'clock at night last night.
Oh, and he lives in.
Yeah, and he's in
the
Hawaii.
Sunshine State.
So, wait, is Hawaii a Sunshine State?
I don't think so.
No, that's like they're like the Rainbow State, right?
Gay.
Don't they have rainbows all over their license plates?
I knew there was something off about the Hawaiians.
Oh, well, they don't like us. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, episode 290. We are almost at 300.
Fuck.
300. We should.
That's a lot.
You know what we should do for 300?
We
should have to do like this is Sparta type fucking thing.
Tie Don and Brady to a chair, like put them over a well and just fucking kick them right in. Oh, a swimming pool. That's what we do. Yeah, get a swimming pool.
I was just thinking about just like togas, but that would be fun too.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, that was it. You should talk about Patreon now. Why unpack the fucking kicking people into swimming pools.
All right. Well, if you're enjoying the Sidebar Cantina's content, consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can support this podcast and help make it possible for us to continue to bring you quality content week after week. We'd like to give a huge shout out to all of our current patrons. Frederick Martin, Scott and Kim from the Use and Abuse podcast. I'm OG. I'm watching Dave change his shirt right in front of my eyes. My wonderful mother-in-law, Patricia Goodstein, Nicholas Schaefer, Don Solsky, Shotgun Mark, Nick from Sweet Studios, Frank Kalevich, Dragon Buddy, Kristen Roscom, Catherine Rennick, Wally Frogmore, David Schmuck, Lord Helmet Fire, General Shinobi, and our newest patron, Steve Long. If you'd like to consider becoming a supporter, you can find us at patreon.com/the Sidebar Cantina. Thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters. You are the reason why we do this.
So can you even hear me from over here?
I heard you bang something as you were trying to put on your shirt.
That was your
My stormtrooper costume.
Yeah. Which it doesn't look like you've worked on.
No, I'm doing that hopefully next weekend. I'm waiting for some additional parts to come in.
It's remarkable how far back I have to go to get out off camera.
Yeah. We got the wide shot going.
Yeah.
Actually, I wasn't even looking to see if like you were
you need
fully
to for
off
my
camera.
fat ass. All right.
So anyway,
I'm back.
All right. What you got for Red 5?
So, I don't really have anything for Red 5. Lunar Girl has us a sidebar shout out for. We want to shout out our sidebar brother and friend Lord Helmet Fire, who has a thing tomorrow. Go kick some ass. She promised to rock out with Lunar Girl, and she's holding you to it. So, for those of you who may or may not know, Lord Helmet Fire is he's got he's got surgery tomorrow to remove tumor.
Fuck.
So this is the prognosis is really, really good. So, knock on wood like Dave does. The expectation is really, really good. However, it's surgery. So
Yeah.
surgery. So I know he's in the chat, and I stopped in to see him before we got out to wish him luck. He's got the easy part. He's going to take a nap, and then he'll wake up, and hopefully he'll be a little bit lighter without the weight of, oh fuck, I forgot the name. They named it. I forgot the name. Damn it.
What are we talking about?
They named it. They named the tumor. Damn it, I forgot the name.
Yeah, I got nothing.
What's the name?
Anyway,
Hey,
we'll be thinking about you tomorrow.
Yes.
Lord Helmet Fire.
yeah, if you there you go. Yeah, we need I can't remember the name. So anyway, the if you're into prayers and stuff like that, then I'm go for all that. If Todd Michael Valentine is the name of the
Where did that come from?
There's a drunken story behind it. But yeah, so keep him in your thoughts for tomorrow. Give him a big fuck cancer, and yeah, we'll keep everybody posted on his progress. And he is one of our patrons, one of our fans, and a friend. So
yes,
we're definitely thinking about him.
The guy who yelled across a parking lot at me, and I had no idea who the fuck this guy was. Like, hey, and he just drove off, and then come to find out later, oh, it was Helmet.
So speaking of Lord Helmet Fire, he has made a donation to the podcast.
Get the fuck out. Is this wearable?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Glasses. Yo. I should just do the podcast.
I forgot. I was going to actually do the intro with it on. I just forgot.
Yo, this is badass.
Isn't it? So that was 3D. It was 3D printed.
Seriously?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome. Did he do it himself?
No, he
Or got it from somebody?
somebody had given it to him, and he
sweet.
did the painting.
Oh, okay.
Right, so he did. It's like the like super flat black on the back there with the venting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Put that in there, and then it's regular spray paint for the black on the inside, and then it's like that cool fucking metallic silver on the outside. Give it that Mando Beskar glow.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to procure some bicycle helmet pads, and here, I'm gonna take your picture. Hang on, just for posterity. It's awesome.
You removed your helmet.
That's right. It's an awesome fucking piece.
Hell yeah.
And it's fucking heavy, man.
Yeah, it is.
This thing is legit.
When you said that was 3D printed, I'm like, no way, because typically that filament that they use in 3D printing is pretty light.
Yeah,
and it feels very flimsy.
If you look at you can kind of see the structure when you look at kind of in the bottom of it. But yeah, so this will we'll finish this work and get the rest of the shield in. In fact, I gotta put it on. because reasons.
Yeah.
Take that off and do that.
Very nice.
What? You went over my helmet?
It's good stuff. I like it.
He's not ready. Yeah, we get the the plastic in here for the view screen.
Yeah, yeah.
And some fucking prop in here. some speakers, maybe some lights.
Yeah.
Like some backlighting.
Get like the voice
yeah.
thing.
Or just have a cool voice. Almost do like a Paz Vizsla voice or some shit. Yes.
Oh, Paz Vizsla, no.
Yes.
All right, you gonna do the rest of the show with that on?
Oh, I'd love to, but no, that would be.
All right, well,
be too distracting.
Thank you again, Lord Helmet Fire. I'm sure that's going to get worn a lot. So hopefully neither myself nor Dave contracts lice anytime in the near future.
Yeah, well, they have fucking
shampoo for that.
yeah.
I don't think that's going to work, dude.
Lice has been around for a long time.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna stay. You're
quiet.
This is so distracting.
There we go.
All right, can we get back to it?
Oh, it's like right in between the cameras. Oh well, I'll fix it. I'll fix it in post. I'll fix it when Jason's in the middle of doing something, so it's really distracting.
Oh yeah, that's the way.
That's my thing. It's what I do.
All right, so we have a day in Star Wars today.
Oh yeah,
but it's more like 3 days from now. So I picked April 20th. And do you have any guess as to what might have happened April 20th, 1964?
George Lucas got really high because it was 420.
No, oh, that's hilarious.
Why don't I hear anything?
Because the cord came out of your.
Oh,
Jesus Christ! Oh my God, Dave. This. Anyway,
and we're back.
and we're back. All right, so I'm just going to tell you, Andy Serkis is born.
Oh,
Supreme Leader Snoke and his some of his genetic material, the guy from Andor.
yeah.
And he was born in 64, so he's only 12 years younger than us. 11, 12 years younger? Or older? Because I can tell time.
Because math.
Yeah.
And tell time also.
Right.
Because, yeah, I was born in 1964. So I look at my watch.
Yeah.
We do that, though, right? As humans. Like,
Oh, yeah.
for whatever reason, they're like, I'm going to give you a date and look at my watch. Even though it's a date in 1964.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with my watch at all.
Well, and like so many times I'll look at my bare wrist like I'm looking at a watch. Well, let me think here. So
Oh, yes. You know what it's time for? Me to find my watch. I will be back.
yeah. So yeah, Andy Serkis born. They got him in here as Supreme Leader Snoke, but again, we also saw him in Andor in a pretty prominent role.
Yes.
And I still am of the belief that they are going to use some of the genetic material from the character in Andor to make part of Snoke. I said it here first.
Okay. You heard it here. I don't know why they would do that.
Nah.
The guy's just some regular jamoke who can't swim.
Hell yeah, that is true.
They're just with this body washed up. They're like, we need some fucking cells. Hey, this body just washed up.
I mean, if I was him, I'd still take my chances and fucking jump. Not let the Empire fucking roll you up.
How high do you think that was?
That's pretty high.
It was pretty high.
Yeah.
You know, the fucking water turns into concrete when you're that high.
Yeah.
It's not fucking pleasant.
Yeah.
At all. Like you have to, when they teach you, you know what? Never mind. I don't know. If like there's a special way to enter water when you're when you're coming from that type of height.
Unless you're intending to do damage, like you're jumping.
Well, unless you're trying to kill yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
But most people that kill themselves don't know that that's a thing.
I think they do.
You think they study it? They think it's like, okay, I need to jump like, and like for maximum impact.
Oh, I don't know about maximum impact, but
I need to make sure I kill myself. So let me look online here. Like, so make sure I flatten myself here. Got it. Right. No, they're not doing that. They're just going.
Well, things just got a little dark here.
Like gravity do the work, baby.
Jesus. Oh, okay. So anyway, happy birthday, Andy Serkis, in 2 days.
Oh God, yes.
So we already talked about Lord Helmetfire, which is in the notes here. So I guess we should move on to our weeks then.
Sure.
All right.
I have more for my week too, and I can't fucking remember. I
sure
did
you'll...
so much shit. I can't.
Well, I have in addition to
the sacred Jedi,
as always.
Thank God. If one thing is consistent,
So if Bronco Fett's in the chat, he'll love this one. GameStop has some new exclusive Black Series figures, and one of them is another Republic Commando.
Nice.
This is the actual character RC-1262, Scorch. And of course, he's in the shit packaging, which allegedly they're phasing out, and they're going to go back to plastic packaging. So I may actually fucking open this. I don't know. But I love the Republic Commandos.
You should open it. You should so open it.
Yeah, I'll think about it. But
oh, you should so open it. That guy looks cute. I want to see what that guy fucking looks like.
Yeah.
Because nothing on this package tells me what it actually looks like.
Yeah, but that now makes 4 Republic Commando Black Series figures that they put out, and I have all 4 of them. So hooray.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's a game that I wish they'd fucking re-release. Republic Commando.
They need to do like a remastered version, like a complete rebuild it from the ground up, but keep
like
the
they
same
did with
story.
Halo.
Yeah, yeah.
Do it like they did with Halo.
Yeah.
I think they would fucking again. They can talk about printing your own money. I think they'd fucking they do really well because there's not a fucking another Battlefront game.
Nope.
On the horizon.
Nope.
So take this Republic Commando. I can play it. I can, but it's the fucking 360 version.
Yeah.
On my fucking Xbox Sex, which is, kind of a waste.
Right. What day is
the 28th?
28th Jedi Survivor?
Yes.
Fuck. All right, we're recording the next day.
I may not sleep. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that game. You have no idea.
Yeah, good times. All right, I also, in addition to
the Sacred Jedi
we also have an addition to
the Sacred Jedi
Pops of sorts. These don't actually belong to me or you, but if you remember, over in that corner, we've got the pink Valentine's Day Pops that belong to Kristen.
If you're watching on YouTube, they're right about there.
Yeah, you can see a couple of the pink ones. Well,
right about there.
Apparently, we had another Valentine's Day this year.
Oh, yeah?
And with Valentine's Day, apparently comes new Valentine's Day Pops.
No shit.
Yep. And we also noticed, after seeing these 4, we noticed that they actually release them all in a pattern. Like, every year, the ones that they release are, like, from a specific movie.
Okay.
Which, never noticed that before until this time, because the 4 from this time start off with Princess Leia. This is old Leia. Han, it's a new jacket.
Yeah. Same jacket.
Yeah. But then we've also got Rey.
You may not recognize me with the red eyes.
Yes. I knew she was a Sith.
Nice.
Kylo Ren.
What?
And
Needs a helmet.
BB-8.
Why do I have him stacked in front of me like that?
I don't know. But well, they can see him on camera, so that's good. So yeah, these are all from The Force Awakens. And I noticed that as she was showing them to me on her computer, and I'm like, they're all from one movie. And I'm like, is that the way they did with all of them? She's like, I don't know. And then we looked it up, and yeah, sure as shit, they're all like themed.
But why not this is the 40th anniversary year for fucking Jedi. Why not do fucking Jedi?
That's a good question, and I do not have the answer to that.
Jason, why don't you have the answer to that?
But if I had to guess, I'd say next year it's probably going to be prequel themed. We'll get like an Anakin, a Padme, Obi-Wan.
It's fair, I guess.
Dooku. Yeah, Palpatine.
They haven't put out a Dooku in like. Do I even have one? I don't think I have one.
You don't think you have a single Dooku pop?
I don't think I do.
Huh. I'll be damned.
That's remarkable, given the amount of pops that are behind me.
Yeah, because I think you've definitely still got more pops than I have of Black Series figures. Of course, I don't have a. Do I have a Dooku Black Series figure? Fuck, I don't think I do.
we are seriously lacking in Dooku.
Yes, we need more Dooku. So anyway, that's that. The only other thing I have for my week is, I know we don't like to cross the streams too much here on the show,
right?
But it's well documented that I was a huge Star Trek: The Next Generation fan.
Yes,
loved that series.
I don't know how well documented it is, but yes, I know that about you.
Yeah, so I mean, I've seen every episode of that series at least a few times each episode, some even more than that. And But for some reason, when they announced that this Picard reboot was coming, I wasn't really that interested. I don't know why. I just didn't have Star Trek on the brain. Well, I had some people at work tell me that the new Picard series is actually pretty good. And over the weekend, I got to finally watch the first episode, and it was fucking awesome.
So are you talking about, because this is like the second season of that,
Well,
right?
they're on like the third season of it now. I think it's 3 seasons total.
But this is the last one.
Yeah, the one that they're on right now. But I watched the first episode of the first season.
Okay.
And yeah, it was pretty fucking awesome. And I cannot wait to watch the rest of the series now. So,
well, the big news that came out, I think, this past week was that the last, I think, 2 episodes are going to show in IMAX in the theater.
oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I wonder when that is.
I
don't think I'll have time to catch up.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know when it is. You should look it up, though, because I saw it coming across one of the headlines.
We're going to do this live, I guess. Picard IMAX.
Yeah, I'll tell you it. Big Lovin', it's documented not well. My love for Star Wars just trumps all things Star Trek.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy the Star Trek movies. And I think that is as well documented as Jason's love of TNG.
Yeah. So, the IMAX episodes are in 2 days, April 19th.
There you go. Hurry the fuck up, dude.
So, probably not going to happen.
Get a fucking move on it.
I need my sleep. So, sadly, I will miss that. And I'm probably going to kick myself, too, for missing that.
You never know. It could come out again.
Somehow I doubt it.
But probably not.
Yeah. But anyway, so now I'm looking forward to that. And it's actually a good time that I'm coming across it because we're about to finish Mando.
Right.
We have Visions coming, but that's going to be like a one and done kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a one-shot Johnny.
And then we've still got Ahsoka that's not going to be here till August. So that gives me plenty of time to get caught up on shows. What? Why the look?
You did hit record, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you like panicked? Like
I just was like, it's for whatever reason in my internal checklist was incomplete for the record button.
Gotcha.
So, sorry. I don't know why it took 27 minutes for me to fucking get to it, but yeah, sorry.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's I'm looking forward to watching it, and I'll try to hammer that out before Ahsoka lands in August. So that's it. That's my week. That's basically what I've been up to.
So yeah. I had an interesting week last week.
Yeah.
We were talking, the reason that we went live a minute or so late today was because Dave was busy ranting about work off air.
Yep.
And
I'm sure you could have gone longer, but we ran out of time.
Most certainly. And probably better that I didn't. Yeah, it's what I realized about myself is that I have a huge issue with like I have to stay here, right? My therapist calls it being present. And apparently so I have this thing in my head where I know I can fucking fix. If I see a problem, I know I can fix it, right? And there's a lot of problems that I know I can fix, but I have to, I know that there's some things that I just can't get to fix. You know what I mean? Like I'm not at the appropriate level to be able to fix it, even though I have the answers and I know I can fucking fix it.
Right.
And coming to terms with that is difficult for me. And so I get very frustrated with that because I want to I know I could fix this. And it's not just work. It's a lot of things. And I think it's why I end up taking on too much shit. And which I'm really, really trying not to do. But
that is well documented.
That is well documented.
I take on a lot of shit.
I take on way too much shit. And I will say that, like, you know, right now, there's just a lot of stupid people, and there just is. And I get yelled at all the time for expecting perfection, and I don't expect perfection. I just expect some level of people to do their bit, right?
Right. Effort.
Like do your fucking bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we are in a place like in generations, not just like I'm not talking about millennials or whatever.
No,
I'm
I
talking
see it
about
across the board.
Across the board,
Yeah.
it's insane. Like you can't, like people just can't seem to fucking. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Nobody gives a shit about what they're doing. At least in this country. Like I can only speak to what I encounter in this country.
Yeah, and in my experience, it's not that they don't give a shit. Just too many people are just doing the bare minimum these days.
Because there's no accountability.
Right.
Nobody's being held accountable for anything.
And that's the big thing that I'm noticing.
And when you do hold people accountable, then somehow you're wrong because you're isolating them in some made up way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just it's fucking aggravating. So what's the moral of that story? Well, the moral of the story is that Dave needs to fucking narrow his focus down to just what's right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll fucking live longer because I'm not worried about all this other shit.
Right.
But that's fucking hard.
Never his mind on where he was,
Right.
what he was doing.
Yes, I do have an overwhelming intolerance for incompetence, but it's aggregate. Like, and you can only eat so much fucking mediocrity before you just are like, why don't you do your fucking job? Just do your job.
Well, and it's a cycle too because of the incompetence, but then the no corrective action or anything, and that just encourages them to be more incompetent and more.
And it is not a military thing. This is
Yeah, I'm seeing it in the civilian world.
This is everywhere. Oh no. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not perfect, and I know I'm not. And if anything, I'm getting worse because my memory's not as good as it used to be, which is very aggravating. My ability to problem solve isn't as good as it used to be. Like I'm not as quick as I used to be, and that's oh my god, it's infuriating sometimes when I have to take that extra second to actually fucking be able to remember or answer something. But anyway,
Do you remember that other thing that you were gonna say for your week?
no, I didn't. But so what I ended up doing, I ended up, I ended up taking a day off from work just to, just
Cool your head?
let the dust settle a little bit, and then on Friday started doing some yard work. Friday night did some yard work because we did have a nice weather weekend. There was some thunderstorms.
Yeah.
There were some thunderstorms that came through, but like honestly, the storms that came through were worse like in around here in the Maple Shade area, like where Jeff is, than over by my house. It rained for like 3 minutes at my house. Like that's how the cell was.
Yeah.
And we had I moved about 800 pounds of dirt, which my back is awesome, loving. Kathy and I got the dirt down. We put some grass seed down, threw some straw on top of that. So we got that going in the front yard. So hopefully we can get some grass growing where the trees got taken out last year. So that's cool. Got some lights up around the deck, which a project that we've been wanting to do for a while. So that's cool. Then the rains came, went over, visited Jeff, then came back. This ended up being a blow by blow of the fucking weekend. Sorry.
Then I brushed my teeth.
Yeah.
Took a shower.
That could be any, like 2 or 3 times a day. You could fucking get around on that. But so I ended up in the middle of all that, like just because the way my brain was working, I ended up in my shed, and I have so I think. All right, I'll ask this question. Do you have a container that has a bunch of like nails and screws in it?
Yes, actually.
Yes. So I have a lot of containers like that. And I am tired of those containers, and I wanted to have them sorted because I have capabilities to sort them
Okay.
in different drawers and stuff. So I was unhappy with the fact that everything has been conglomerated over a period of years, and I just want everything to fucking a place for everything and everything in its place, which means that I probably my OCD is getting worse.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's not getting better. It's a far cry.
When you're so worried about sorting nails, I think you've crossed a threshold.
Well, it's not individual nails. I haven't gotten that bad yet, but like I have that, right? So then so it's going through, and okay, I had these piles, and I'm just taking the piles, and this is the each one of those drawers were filled with something different, and now I'm just making sure that they're all filled with something that makes sense. So I was in the middle of that. In fact, I got to finish that over the week. I plan on finishing that. Yeah. And then I was like, I'm all pissed off because I'm like, fuck, I got these mallets that have been fucking banging around on my goddamn desk on my workspace for so long. So like, I need these mallets to go away. So I made a little mallet holder,
mallet rack. Okay,
a little mallet rack on the side of my fucking How you doing?
Yeah, I think Lunar Girl's got the right idea. I think we all need some stronger meds.
Yeah. So
I just need another 50 milligrams of my Seroquel, and I'm good.
So yeah. So I made that. Just something to hold the shit up, out of the way, nice. The real answer is I'm probably watching too much fucking Adam Savage Tested is really what it comes down to.
Right.
That's what I just basically I fucking knocked together a thing, got the drill press working, fucking got the holes in it. Yeah.
So how long did this whole adventure take you?
Just with that?
With the sorting nails and creating the fucking
that's
hammer
ongoing.
rack?
That is ongoing. The fucking mallet rack only took me about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Because it took me longer to find the right scrap of wood that I wanted to use.
Yeah.
And then I just, banged it out on the on my fucking miter saw, and then fired up the drill press and got the holes. After I got the diameters that I needed to fucking be able to fit the handles, I'd fucking, got the drill press and fucking did that real quick, and then got some glue and affixed it to the fucking side of the bench. And I was like, yes, kunk. Got my fucking mallets off the work surface.
Wait, you glued it to the bench?
No, so here's the bench, right? So I put a piece of wood like this next to it, right? And then I put the top, but put a bead of glue there. And then I put nails on it also.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Believe it or not, okay, like something that you don't realize with woodworking is that glue has a much larger mechanical advantage than a nail. Because if you think about it, like, what's a nail doing? Nails all working with friction, right?
Yeah.
Smooth surface friction that's like penetrating the piece of wood, and the wood's like splitting, and now so you're creating this
It's just like birthing almost.
right. There's you making that. Kristen said, "Don't ever do this again." So, but with glue, you're actually like making this long mechanical connection between the two things.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't, if you're building something with wood, you should be gluing it as well as, using nails and stuff like that. You want good, solid mechanical connections. Yeah.
Is anybody else's mind just going like straight innuendo for this whole conversation, talking about wood and nailing and
nails,
fucking
screws,
spreading glue all over?
That's right.
And
Skeet.
that's all I'm hearing as he's talking. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
But yeah, it's just been it's honestly what I'll wrap my week up with. I have this appreciation for the fact that like I have time to like, because I'm not in school right now. I'm in between classes, so I have time to like do these things.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck, I wish I had more of that time. Right. I like being able to fucking, I want to go out in the shop. I don't want to fucking dick around with sorting through this stuff because it makes working in the shop so much fucking easier. Like, I need,
if you're just organized.
Yeah. I need, the randomness works when my brain was fully functioning. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Like at any given point, you could have asked me like for something and I was like, oh, I have that. It's in this particular spot in my fucking shop.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's how guys are. Like, we know where our shit is. Don't touch it. Right. Or put it back where you fucking found it. Put it back where you found it. How fucking hard is that?
Apparently not. Or it is hard for
Yes, it's hard.
some people.
Apparently.
Ladies.
So. God damn it. Oh, that's anyway. What was I saying? Oh, my brain. This the fucking. God, see, this is what happens. I can't keep track of all this shit anymore, and I need it to be more organized. So now my shit's going to be more organized. So when I need to find fucking, let me get a 10-penny nail. Like, I know I have fucking a billion of them. I just don't need them to all be in a Folgers can. I have this fucking sorting system that I could fucking use, and I still don't get me wrong, there's still going to be a fucking Folgers can filled with fucking random shit because not everything can get sorted. Like, not everything has enough quantity where it's worth sorting.
Sure.
So there's still going to be random shit, but because you need that, you need to have that can of fucking something. Because like Swede said, it's a guy thing. It's a rite of fucking passage. Like, you go and you find a fucking, oh look, here's a metal coffee can filled with screws and shit. Where did you get a metal coffee can from? I don't fucking know. It's just there.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It just comes with manhood. I got pubes and I got a metal coffee can with fucking screws in it. I don't know what happened. So anyway,
Oh my God.
That's it. That's my week.
All right.
I don't know if I actually said anything, but
you I think you said enough, actually. I think
really?
we've all got a much better picture of Dave.
oh, my OCD is so bad. it's where was I? I was walking into an office or something, and there was a picture that was so fucking crooked. I could not believe it. Like, it was crooked to the point where I'm walking by it and I'm like, really?
And where was this?
I can't remember where it was. I was with other people though. And it was like one of those places where like you would not imagine that that something would be this far out of fucking whack. Like, I don't know if it was at a funeral home. I don't think it was at a funeral home. I forget. Oh no, it was in the fucking I think it was in the wing headquarters building.
Oh shit.
Like,
yeah.
I'm walking by one of the pictures and it's like cockeyed. I'm like, how many fucking people have walked by this and not fucking fixed it? Like, fix the fucking picture. It's like dangling off the wall. Like, no, people just fucking walk by. I'm like, really? This is what we're doing. We're just gonna fucking. This looks like gas. Fuck it. Just keep walking. That's what we're doing. But that's what people are doing. They don't fucking care.
No.
It's not. They didn't do it. I didn't do it. I don't care. I don't care that you didn't do it. Fucking fix it. Fix it and move on with your life. I don't care if you never think about it again. Just fucking, that doesn't look right. Let me fix that. Eek. And fucking fix it. How hard is that, Jason?
It's not.
How hard is it?
It's not.
It really isn't. It's not hard. Here ends the segment of Dave's innuendos.
Right. Oh boy, this has been quite the episode so far.
Yes.
I guess it's main topic time, right?
Sure.
All right. Do you need to do anything before we get rolling?
Do you mean like I don't know. Watch the episodes?
do you want to talk about this?
Yes, let's do it, man. Come on, fucking let's go.
No. I mean the you not watching episodes.
Oh yeah, dude. So we picked this topic, right? First of all, No.
Oh my God.
If your YouTube audience will understand why I did that. First of all, we made this decision. I look back on my texts, right?
Oh, hang on. Before we get too far into this, Kristen needs to know if you fixed the picture.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course I did.
All right. Anyway.
And then I gave the people shit that walked by it, that in front of me. That just fucking walked by it. You're fucking ridiculous. Anyway.
So we were talking about the topic for this week.
Yeah, so you texted me, and
this was early last week.
this was like last Tuesday. It was right after the show, the next day.
Yeah.
And you say, let's talk about a couple episodes from Rebels, look back at pivotal episodes. Let's do a two-parter where Ahsoka dies, her fight with Vader, the world Ezra saves her, and then the Kanan death episode, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I respond with, I like it. So obviously Dave thought about it. Past Dave thought about it for a half a second, at least. And then Jason said, should I make it official and tell Kelly? And then I sent back the appropriate Palpatine meme of do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Do it.
And then I said, call it Ahsoka hype or trailer hype or something.
Sure. Yeah.
So that was Tuesday. From that point forward, I had what one would call a very frustrating week at work, as alluded to earlier. I'm not going to rehash that. And I went into the weekend in fucking work my body to failure, like with shit outside, like do a summer's worth of outside work literally until failure, like to where my body, like my back flexural just wasn't keeping me upright any longer. And that's what I ended up doing. Like I think I made it played 20 minutes of video games. I just like I basically woke up, I did as much hard labor as I could, and then fucking passed out. And then all of a sudden it's Monday. And I still hadn't watched rewatched the fucking episodes of Rebels. I barely had really any recollection of what the fucking topic we were doing was. And at some point, because I did watch Mandalorian this week, because the fucking Mandalorian episodes have been really fucking good. And I can't wait to talk about them.
Next week,
apparently. But I did watch The Mandalorian, so I had said something to the effect of, well, why don't we just do The Mandalorian? Because, Escape Pod guys, they're probably going to want to do The Mandalorian too, so why don't we just fucking not tell them we're going to do The Mandalorian and, like, make up something like, oh, like we're doing fucking The Last of Us or some bullshit, and then do The Mandalorian, kind of do the fucking, do the little, the little how you doing?
right?
Little words that I can't think of right now that means switch it out. There's some term. Anyway, so yeah, then I literally didn't think about it again. And then
So that must have been in the group text.
yes,
That you said that, because I missed like all of that shit.
yeah. So so I haven't watched. I've watched the episodes. I've seen the episodes.
Right. Well, we covered them on the show years ago.
So I've seen the episodes.
right.
I can speak to them. It's not a thing.
Okay.
But and you know what, Jason? You've watched the episodes.
Yes. Very recently.
So I have full faith in your ability to lead us to the promised land and to get us to where we need to be in this Ahsoka excitement.
Right. And that's the whole point, right? Is the fact that we've got Ahsoka coming in August.
Yes.
The trailer was fucking awesome.
It was.
And we saw that scene that I have now like slow-moed like 10 times.
Right.
Where she's fighting the dude with the orange saber, and it kind of looks like they're in a world between worlds type of location, which I want to circle back to that after we talk about these episodes.
Right.
And then I think I got the idea from, Dave Filoni. Yeah, Dave Filoni, I think, said in like an interview or something, like, you don't have to watch anything to get ready for Ahsoka, but if you wanted to, these are the ones that I would recommend.
Right. He did. He said something, and everyone was like, "Oh shit!" And like, Yeah, he's very specific about watching certain episodes.
Yeah, and these were those episodes, or at least some of them. So, and that's why I wanted to pick these, because there's at least 3 of the 4 have strong Ahsoka ties. The third one is just, one of the most pivotal moments of the whole series that could have ramifications in Ahsoka, being that Ahsoka seems like it's going to be just a continuation of Rebels with all the fucking characters.
Yeah.
So,
well, and thinking ahead, right, as we're talking about this, and what I was thinking about after The Mandalorian was something that was revealed in Celebration when we're talking about this idea Filoni's going to tie all of it together at some point. And it's like, okay, so the things that we're talking about here in Rebels, we're going to see in Ahsoka, that we're tying up with Mandalorian, everything's going to collide at some point.
Right.
And which, the more I think about it, the scarier it becomes, because it could fail so badly. Like, that's a lot of players in one fucking party.
Well, the big thing that kind of bothers me about the whole concept, and this is going to happen if they keep staying within this small chunk of time in the Star Wars universe, is you're going to have conflicting canon, right? Because we've read some canon that takes place during these years between like the Leia book, what was it, Bloodline, I think, couple other books that take place during this time frame, and none of this shit is mentioned, obviously, because it wasn't conceived at that point. So, we were led to believe up to this point that it was a real lull time in the galaxy. These after the Empire fell at the Battle of Jakku, they were just kind of gone after that, and just you didn't hear but little whispers of them. But in these shows, they've still got a presence, right?
But we're also, like, again, not giving away too much with The Mandalorian. We're getting more of the book canon to kind of flush out a little bit too. Like what we're seeing of the Empire, even though we didn't know anything, we hadn't heard anything about fucking like Navarro and what old boy was doing on fucking Mandalore, right? I guess that was about as spoiler free as I could say it. Which fucking watch the show. Yeah. But you can still, like, in those books, it's still talking about like what the Empire was doing. I want to say it wasn't specifically in like Aftermath when the Empire was having those meetings and putting the fleets together and shit like that. So like, what I really like about the idea is that we're manifesting some of the stuff that we read about, pretty long time ago. I mean, honestly, when did Aftermath come out?
It came out in 2015, the year Force Awakens came out.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Problem? Dave's grabbing the Aftermath books. The hardcover, part of the
sacred Jedi text.
Oh wait, no, not Black Series.
No, the actual text, the
text.
the actual quote,
the actual
from the movie. So, but yeah, and one character that we haven't seen yet is what's her face from the Aftermath books, Ray Sloan, because she was a prominent figure in the Empire as it was falling, and then as they were shipping away to go into the unknown regions for a while. And we haven't seen her yet, not in the Shadow Council or anything like that. But I'm hoping that we see her either between Mandalorian or Ahsoka. What are you looking for?
I'm not sure.
So anyway, I wanted to just take another look at these Rebels episodes and kind of see what we can glean from them as far as stuff to look forward to with Ahsoka.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I don't know. It's just very distracting that you're sitting there reading. So yeah, we picked the 2 episodes, the 2-parter Twilight of the Apprentice, which is the season finale of season 2. And then we also have the season 4 episode Jedi Knight, NIGHT. And then the last episode we have is The World Between Worlds, which again, we could be stretching with what we saw in the trailer. I don't know. I wanted to kind of look at that after we talk about World Between Worlds. But
Okay.
in the meantime, we'll hop right into Twilight of the Apprentice. And it starts with, because Ahsoka has been a prominent figure in Rebels since at least like the end of season 1 on. And, you know, she's with Kanan and Ezra. And I guess I forgot that they met with Yoda at one point, and he sent them on this fucking quest to go to this planet Malachor, which is where this old fucking Sith temple was. So they fucking arrive there, and already they're like, oh, there's more people here. We sense all kinds of shit going on. So, yeah. And the first thing I noticed watching these episodes is, even though this wasn't that long ago, they were still made with commercial breaks in mind, because you can tell where the stops for commercial breaks are. Because remember, this aired on the Disney Channel,
Right.
when it came out. There was no Disney Plus at the time, so now everything is made for streaming. You don't get those real commercial break moments anymore.
Yeah, it's like the kind of the pregnant pause going into a fucking commercial break.
Yeah, the pause, and then you'll typically get a fade out or something. But yeah, it's so weird to think that we've come a long way in TV show content delivery and the way things are formatted.
Yeah, we're so lucky.
Yeah. And of course, this is the other thing I noticed in the beginning watching this was I had kind of forgotten that a lot of this was still geared towards a younger audience, because you get a lot of silly dialogue, bad dialogue with like Ezra, because he's still this little immature teenager, and it's just kind of annoying, like kiddie-like dialogue, and I'm just like, I don't remember it being this.
Yeah, because
cringy.
our memory is more along the end of Rebels,
Right?
Because
the good stuff.
because it got to that, like it just accelerated into. It's almost like when Rebels started, it was like, all right, you kids, you're this age, and then Rebels matured with that age group of kids that started watching it.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So that when it got to that end, it was like, okay, this kid is now
you were
4 years older.
Yeah, so you're not 14 anymore. Now you're 18.
Right.
So now get ready for some adult
Get
situations.
ready for some shit, kids.
Yeah. And
Aside from the space whales, I mean, it's kind of like, why, what?
So yeah, they roll into this underground temple, old Sith temple. This is the one where they're walking through. You've got like the ashy like remains of Jedi and Sith. Apparently there was like a big battle there, and everything got fucking scorched. And then of course the Inquisitors show up. 3 of the Inquisitors are here, and I think they start off just by fighting one that's kind of hiding in the shadows, and he's actually like kind of posed as one of those fucking corpses, and then he like pops out and haha. And I had an actual note about you as one of my first notes too, because they fight that helicopter, or the Inquisitor, and they've got the helicopter blades.
Yes.
And he realized he was outnumbered and just he took off. And my question was, does Dave still hate the helicopter blades?
Yes.
For the Inquisitors.
Yes, because it's fucking ridiculous. Like, you're not. How do you generate lift?
The Force.
Then you don't need the fucking spinning blades to do it.
It's symbolic. No, it's not, because at the end, when one of the guys is trying to escape, they fuck up his lightsaber, and he just like falls to his death.
Right, because it's not generating lift.
Right.
With a lightsaber that is obviously
See,
shaped.
you're
like
looking at it.
Aerodynamic
Yeah,
blade.
you're looking at it from a strictly like avionics perspective. Right? Like, how can that generate lift with it? Because there's no angle to like, keep it flying. But it's, again, this is Star Wars, man. You got to suspend that disbelief.
It's so hard, though. It's with some stuff, it's very hard. It's very hard.
Yeah.
That's what she said. So many that's what she said.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, it's not that preposterous, at least to me, from a viewer who actually is very familiar with avionics and how lift and drag work.
It's aeronautics, Jason. Avionics is the actual system.
See, and this is what I have to fucking deal with, right? This is the bullshit that, it sucks all the fun out of the room, basically, when Dave gets like this. So yeah, I have no issue with the helicopter fucking blades flying away. And it was it was an interesting plot point too, because at one point way later on, after all three of the Inquisitors had revealed themselves, they were dealing with one thing and they're sitting here talking. Then you just see in the background, just two of them just fly overhead, just and then go to the other side of the temple. It was just like,
how is it being powered?
The Force? No,
That's not how the Force works.
Don't lightsabers have like a battery pack? They gotta have some kind of power cell, right?
I guess.
We gotta find like some schematics for lightsabers.
But
they've got to have
what kind of power pack is in there that, like, all right, you have that power pack that's in there, but then you don't have enough like power. You know what? Let's not. Let's just not. Because like we had a nice discussion about how fucking probably solid fuels were being used in the fucking underwater backpacks and things like that. You know, that shit made sense. But now we're getting into the realm of like, okay, spinning lightsabers used as fucking lifting devices.
But so the point is you still don't accept that, huh?
No, I do not.
All right. This is also the episode where Ezra falls into like an even deeper pit and he's fucking trapped and he's like, okay, and I'll meet you over on the other side or whatever. And this is where he bumps into Maul, who we hadn't seen. I don't think we'd seen him at all in Rebels up to this point.
This was like his first. Yeah, this was his first appearance in Rebels.
Yeah, I think so. Funny enough, his last appearance in Rebels was also his last appearance anywhere. But this is where he stumbled upon Ezra. He's acting like a decrepit old man. He's like, "Oh, young child, come with me. I can't get inside the temple," and all this stuff. And then he, is slowly like talking to Ezra about using, his anger and his hatred to manipulate the Force. So he's starting to treat him kind of like an apprentice. Hence Twilight of the Apprentice. And he even starts reciting parts of the Sith code, which I always found was fantastic because, the Sith code, originally generated in like the Knights of the Old Republic game and the Old Republic, and the fact that they brought that back into canon.
Because where else have we seen it? In any of the shows or anything? Like, have we seen anybody with the Sith code? No, I don't think so.
No, because they really don't show it from the Sith point of view in most.
It's never stuff. With Vader. Like you never see it with Vader or Palpatine.
They've never once said peace is a lie. There is only passion.
Right, which is, it's such a missed opportunity. To really show what the Sith are. I would imagine that in the Acolyte show that's coming out.
I was just going to say that.
We're going to get a lot of it.
Yeah. So
I'm hoping. And if they don't, you're fucking up.
Well, the showrunner, we're just going to go right into the sidebar. The Leslie Headland, she mentioned that she wants to present this from the point of view of the Sith and how the Jedi are viewed as the bad guys in this. So we're getting to that you and I have talked about so much in the past about
for years we've been wanting this type of show.
Yeah, how the Jedi are not all pure and good and everything that they claim to be. They have some problems of their own.
This is my throbbing erection for the
for the Acolyte.
For the Acolyte.
Yeah. So, but yes. So I forgot what I was saying.
Peace is a lie.
Yeah. And come to find out, the Inquisitors were actually there on Malachor because of Darth Maul. Like, they were tracking him just as much as they were tracking Jedi. They were tracking, potentially former Sith, aka Maul. Right. So that was just another interesting thing about the Inquisitors. And we get this really cool scene where our heroes up top, Ahsoka and Kanan, are fighting Inquisitors, while Ezra down below is going with Maul through the fucking temple and everything and trying to find the holocron and all this other bullshit. And they meet just as the episode ends, where Kanan and Ahsoka are fighting the three Inquisitors. Door opens, boom, there's Ezra and Maul looks up and he's just like, "Oh, What fun. And then that's where the that first part ends. So, he's trying to convince Ezra that he's a good guy. They come out, and this is the first time that I guess Ahsoka has probably seen Maul since the end of Clone Wars Season 7. Like, if you look at the timeline of where things happen, because at the end of Season 7 of Clone Wars, it was the Siege of Mandalore and all that, and then I'm pretty sure Maul got captured, right? At the end of that? He somehow got
I don't remember.
Taken into captivity. Remind us, chat, but Ahsoka was part of that whole retaking Mandalore and everything at the end of Season 7. So it's my guess that was the last time she saw him until this moment where they were reunited in Rebels. Reunited, and it feels so good. But yeah, and that's where the second part of this starts. Is it's just this big fucking battle now between Maul, Kanan, Ezra, Ahsoka, and the fucking Inquisitors. And of course, they realize right away that they're like fucking outnumbered. So it's like, fall back, and they take off on their helicopters.
I'm so glad we don't see that more often.
Yeah. Now we do see them and their special lightsabers in like Obi-Wan. They had the fucking spinny lightsabers.
Right. Oh, and they have them in Jedi Fallen Order too. But you know what they don't do with them?
Fly away.
Fly.
Maybe these three Inquisitors in particular.
Right. Their special force ability, like they're X-Men, right? Their fucking mutant ability is to make fucking their lightsabers generate lift.
There you go. Boom.
I've answered it.
Yeah.
I've solved it. Solved it. For all you that were worried, I've solved it for you. There you go.
All right. And we get to a point where they decide to split up. Well, Maul decides that they need to split up. Oh, and this whole time too, I forgot how much of a dick Kanan was in this series. Like, he was kind of an asshole to everybody except for Hera. But like the way he talks to fucking Chopper, like he talks to him like, you're a fucking piece of shit. You fucking shut the fuck up and do what the fuck I tell you.
Yeah.
And
Kanan's not down with droids a whole lot.
Yeah, but he's even kind of pretty firm with Ezra. And he obviously doesn't trust Maul as soon as he sees him.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Zabra, like, you just like you look at him and go like,
yeah, you look a little shady.
Yeah.
It's the whole red and black thing.
The red and black, the horns.
Yeah.
Like you just don't look friendly.
Yeah, you look very Satan-like.
Like, could you do something like with this? You do something about that.
Right.
Here's a helmet. Put this helmet on.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking you gotta do something about your look.
Right. And at this point in the story, I started thinking about the gaps in canon that we know about. So there's a big gap with Ahsoka between the end of Clone Wars and this point in Rebels, because again, we're going from not long after Revenge of the Sith that we know of now to fucking right before Episode 4. So we do know about the whole thing that happens, which we should bring that up too, the Tales of the Jedi. Mm-hmm. It's basically a very quick retelling of the Ahsoka book, where she goes to like a fucking farm on a planet and befriends some chick and then fights off an Inquisitor.
Right.
But I mean, there's still a pretty big gap in there that we don't know what the fuck she was up to. And I really want to know what the fuck she was up to from the end of Rebels to where we see her again in fucking Mandalorian. Where was she during the fucking, the whole rebellion, the OG trilogy?
She was hunting Thrawn.
Maybe.
I mean, that's the gist that I get from even what she said in the Mandalorian episode.
Yeah.
That she was like her quest, was to find Thrawn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's an opportunity here to do maybe another animated series where we're following Ahsoka during the time of the original trilogy. Like, I don't know how much they're going to rehash that when we get to the Ahsoka series. And, she's talking to Hera and Sabine. And it's like, well, we were looking for Ezra for a while and Thrawn and blah, 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 blah. But...
Yeah. Or they just go like, we're not going to talk about that. Those were the dark times.
Right.
Like, she was selling herself. Like, that's just why there's so much Ahsoka porn out there. Like, it's just like... She just did a lot of things.
Oh yeah,
That's a lot of things she doesn't want to talk about.
Yeah. What is it? Don't Google Ahsoka Rule 34. I think it is.
What?
Ahsoka. Yeah. Just hold on. Well, now I have to Google it. Stand by.
Yeah. Listen, there is entire
Ahsoka
subreddits dedicated just to fucking Ahsoka porn.
Yeah.
And if you're like following any Star Wars stuff, it'll come up randomly on your threads.
Yeah. Don't Google Ahsoka Rule 34 or Google it, depending on your.
Yeah, depending on how comfortable you are with your fucking your search history.
Right. The fuck was I talking about? Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. You didn't show me what fucking Rule 34 brought up.
Just Google it on yours.
No.
So yeah, anyway, I'm just saying, like that's something that I thought about as I was going through this episode. I'm like, fuck, there is still some big gaps for some of these characters. Fucking Maul, Ahsoka, and I would love to see like an Ahsoka animated series that takes place over the course of the OG. Maybe intermix her in there, have her as part of the fucking the space battle over Endor.
Right.
You know, something. Throw her in there. Fuck it. Otherwise, Kanan's a real dick. And then we go to, oh yeah, Maul tries to get Ezra to kill one of the Inquisitors, the chick Inquisitor. He fucking like force grabs her, lifts her up in the air, and then he tells Ezra like, kill her. And Ezra like can't do it.
Right.
But in later episodes, they slaughter stormtroopers by the thousands.
Right. Because
Don't even blink an eye.
Because stormtroopers.
Yeah,
they're
but
just they're very killable.
But Ezra can't like bring himself to kill this fucking Inquisitor.
Listen, oh my god. I think I've said it like several times the past couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
In replaying Jedi Fallen Order, the grabbing and dragging of stormtroopers into my fucking lightsaber is one of the most gratifying things ever.
Right.
And I can't wait to do it more with the new Jedi Survivor series.
Yeah. Oh, sidebar.
Yeah.
So, I think I mentioned during the holidays that during one of the Steam sales, I bought Jedi Fallen Order on Steam.
I believe that you did.
Yes, I did say that. And I finally got around to installing it. And, you know, my cool fucking Xbox controllers that Kristen got me for like all these holidays, the Star Wars themed ones, you can direct plug that right into a computer and it's like a perfect PC controller. And I fired up the game.
Fallen Order?
Yes.
Yes.
And works fucking perfectly. So
Nice.
I'm going to start playing through that on PC.
Awesome.
With an Xbox controller.
Awesome.
In stunning high definition.
Better than the Xbox X?
I think so.
Really?
PC, man. PC is the god. PC will always be ahead of consoles.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But anywho, I just thought I'd bring that up. Where was I?
Actually, I have Fallen Order on the PC also.
Yeah.
But I'm just not a good fucking mouse and keyboard guy.
Right.
Like for games like that.
Well, it's funny too, when you fire up Fallen Order on PC, it says, we highly recommend you use a controller for this game. This is not designed for a mouse and keyboard.
It really is not.
Yeah.
Like, especially for some of the moves, like when you're going off the walls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't, no. It's just not that kind of game.
Yeah.
Same, like, again, Titanfall 2. It's just, yeah, it's a controller game.
Let's see if anybody Googled Ahsoka Rule 34 yet.
Hit images, Tina. Oh, God. All right.
Oh, it's good stuff. We might have opened up a whole new world for some people. Or should I say, Dave, we've birthed a whole new thing for some of our listeners.
Oh, dear.
And viewers here on on YouTube. So yeah, we keep going. I completely forgot that it was Maul who fucking blinded Kanan. You know how Kanan goes blind at the end of season fucking 2? And
that's right.
And he can't see until his last moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because at one point, Maul fucking betrays Kanan and Ahsoka as expected. Fucking cuts Kanan right in the eyes, just like right fucking across. As Ezra's like fucking around with the thing. Something else that that Maul mentioned earlier before he betrayed them was they're like, "Why are you helping us?" And Maul's like, "I can't take Vader alone," which is a real shame because I would have loved to have seen a duel between Maul and Vader. But Maul's, like, let's be honest. Maul's whole existence has been failure, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's never done anything good. He's always failed phenomenally at everything.
Yeah.
From fucking fighting Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon to fucking when him and his brother tried to take on Palpatine back in Clone Wars and got fucking schooled for that. He couldn't even like bring himself to fight fucking Vader in this. He goes to fight Obi-Wan in Tatooine and gets killed in one shot.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, the whole history of Maul is just
it's
utter failure.
He's Bart Simpson. He's just an underachiever. So much potential.
Do you remember, sidebar, when some schools in the US were banning Bart Simpson t-shirts when that first came out? Yeah, underachiever and proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Schools banned that.
I had one of those t-shirts.
I had the Bartman t-shirt.
Nice.
I'm actually wearing it in like my 7th grade school picture.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I used to draw Bart Simpson all over the place.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could the Simpsons are easy to draw.
Yeah.
They just were. It's not a hard cartoon. It's like South Park. It's very simple lines.
Yeah.
Speaking of drawing, we should have I know we said something about it last week, I'm pretty sure, about Wally Frogmore getting married.
We did mention that. Yeah. That was last Friday.
That was last Friday. Yeah. So congratulations.
Yes. I did see the pictures all over social media.
Yes. So congrats to Wally and his lovely wife.
Yeah. He went through with it.
Yeah.
You get one vagina for the rest of your life. Way to think it through.
That's awesome.
Anyway, so what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Maul's a failure, and he blinded Kanan. And yeah,
he pulled off that.
Yeah, and he went out like a bitch again in this episode. He just got like fucking fucked off the building or something, and just and that was it. No more Maul. Like never even got to see him like come close to fucking fighting Vader.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean there's probably 1,000 reasons why Maul has never like been able to reach that pinnacle. Like, if he really like at his most powerful was probably when he was putting himself back together, literally. Yeah. Right, with magic legs and everything, like dipping into that fucking hatred and like really fucking getting into the dark side. Then
they kept him alive after getting cut in half.
Right. After that, like when it started turning into like this other thing, he wasn't like using the dark side like Vader was.
Yeah.
Everything that we see with Vader in this time frame was like, hey, the suit is designed for you to be in pain all the time. Yeah. Right. So he's fucking constantly in pain. Like, so Vader's using that nonstop, and he's just fucking pissed. Like, hey, you know what? I know what it feels like to be in pain all the time. And guess what? It's easy to be fucking pissed all the time. So, yeah, Vader is just going through all this shit and just has no time for like fucking, like, you really think you're using the dark side? Yeah, no, fuck off, you little shit.
And of course, Vader has the greatest entrance in this fucking episode. As Ezra's like trying to get the fucking holocron.
Yeah, I remember this. It is fucking tastic.
Yeah, and he runs to the edge of the fucking temple, and then you see Vader rising up on the fucking TIE fighter, and it's just like, oh,
it is one of the this made this episode, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
it has two of my favorite things: TIE fighter and Vader.
Yep.
Fucking it's weird. Hang on. I got something for this. Ready? Oh, there it is.
Got his lightsaber erection.
Yes.
And of course, like Ezra tries to fight him off.
Don't look at my face, Jason. Don't look at me.
Jesus Christ. Ezra tries to fight him off, and Vader cuts his fucking blade. his the one that Ezra had, the fucking the gun / lightsaber, that's where he loses that blade that was kind of like, you know, his thing for the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a lot of changes
Good
in the
riddance.
fucking episode. Yeah.
Good riddance, that fucking thing.
Yeah. And then we get the most iconic moment probably in all of Rebels, honestly, is the confrontation of Ahsoka and Vader. Like, this is the thing that it's kind of been building towards for a while. Yeah. Ahsoka's kind of hinted that she kind of knew that Vader might be Anakin, and now we get the fucking confrontation between the two.
Right.
And she even has a line like, I thought I knew who you were under that suit, but there's no way my former master could have been so vile or whatever. Right. And then Vader comes back with, Anakin Skywalker was weak. And that's when Ahsoka kind of like, oh, like that was her confirmation that she knew that he was Anakin. And yeah, I mean, what else is there to say about this fight? This for people who grew up with Clone Wars or who even watched Clone Wars and just appreciated it for what it was. This was, I mean, it was fucking incredible. You know, because I don't know how many people ever truly thought that they would see this, especially after Clone Wars got canceled, you know?
Yeah.
And to see Ahsoka actually getting to confront Anakin as Vader was
it's a stroke of fucking genius on their part to fucking get to this scene.
Yeah, and it's so fucking emotional too. And you get to a point where he kind of fights her off briefly, stunned her or something, goes back to fucking Ezra and Kanan as they're trying to get this fucking holocron out of there, and he's pulling the fucking holocron as both Ezra and Kanan are trying to like pull it back, and then you see Ahsoka running, sprinting from behind Vader, you know, in the distance, and then she fucking haja takes off the fucking side of his helmet, just the same way they did it in Obi-Wan.
Right.
They did it in Rebels years earlier.
Just the other side of it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Yeah, that was something I took note of, is the fact that she cut off the right side of his fucking helmet. Obi-Wan took the left side of his helmet. I don't know if that was done, you know, intentionally by the Obi-Wan showrunners to try to differentiate it and maybe kind of say something about like Ahsoka and Obi-Wan were like the two halves of the good Anakin at the time.
That's
like
interesting because like in I want to say in like ancient literature, like the left has always been seen as the evil though, and the right has been seen as the good.
Okay.
So I would think it would be the opposite. Like you would see the right hand side as it would have been the, you know, in Obi-Wan you would have saw the right hand side as more of the, like in the blue, the shadow of the blue lightsaber. But it might not have worked out because of the fucking, you know, the way that the fighting stance was.
Sure.
So I mean, some of it I think is just about the lighting.
Yeah. And it was far more deliberate in Obi-Wan too,
Yeah.
where they really did started with the blue and then turned to the red.
Yeah, because you know, you're not in a cartoon, you can control what's bright and what's not, right? So, but in the show, you need to use that kind of external lighting to, you know, highlight what you want.
Yeah.
So we're probably reading too much into it, like this sort of right and left side.
Maybe, but I mean, it's obviously this one again had that real emotional aspect for the people who watch Clone Wars, whereas the one in Obi-Wan, that was more for the people who were more into the movies, particularly the prequels. But we each got a similar moment, like too similar as some people would say. Like a lot of people complained about how the Obi-Wan was just a ripoff of what they did here in Rebels.
Can we talk about for a second? I know that we've made 289 episodes prior to this, and a lot of those have been, you know, there's been a lot of Star Wars stuff that we've pissed and moaned about.
Sure.
Because we're Star Wars fans.
Yes.
Right? And apparently Star Wars fans, this is what we do. We piss and moan about things. Can we just say that, like, generally speaking, I'm really happy with where we're at with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like generally speaking, that I see everything that's happening right now as a positive.
Yeah, like The Last Jedi is far enough in the rear view at this point.
Yeah.
Where, you know, I've mostly let go of all of that anger.
I'm not going to watch it, but I'm also not going to let it poison what's coming up in front of me.
Yeah.
And I am choosing, I guess, to let the stuff that's coming at me be positive. But holy fuck, if there isn't so many people, how do we get to a point that like being negative is seen as being right? Right?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you make a good point. And we've kind of talked about this before where people just build their brands, their online brands, YouTube channels and whatnot on this negativity. And this hate.
It's not just like YouTubers. I mean, you're talking like media outlets and fucking politicians. Like it's
well, that's what the internet has done to us as a society, really.
Yeah. It's like fucking hell. Like, the fact that like you're sounding off about something so negatively does not put you in the right automatically. It just I'm not trying to make a lecture about social commentary, but it's just like we're at a point with this episode came out fucking how many years ago?
Oh God, probably 5-6 years ago at this point.
And I just feel like
actually like 6 or 7 years.
Star Wars fans, we've gotten really, really good at not liking our own stuff. And I understand that there has been a couple of things that have like really polarized the fucking experience. But at the same time, it's like, look, there's new stuff that's coming out there that people are going to grab onto.
Yeah.
That this is their thing. Clone Wars and Rebels, this was a generation of kids that this is their Star Wars.
Yeah.
And as these things come out, like this is how they're going to get their Star Wars. This is how their kids are going to get their Star Wars. Right? Are you willing to sacrifice an entire, what we get out of this, what we've gotten out of this?
Right. And it's funny too, because I'm just as guilty of watching a lot of this negativity and these negative videos around the time of The Last Jedi, because I was so angry with it at that point. And I let these other ones fucking poison me. I'm like, yeah, fuck them, fuck Lucasfilm, fuck Kathleen Kennedy and all this stuff. But, I was ready to move on. After, especially with Rise of Skywalker and then the stuff that came later, obviously with Mandalorian, but they, that's what they built their fucking brand on, and they have to keep being negative. Like they're out there trashing fucking Mandalorian. Like this whole season of Mandalorian,
I saw some of that too.
They've been trashing it.
I saw people that were being negative this last episode of Mandalorian. I'm like, holy shit, man! I thought that was some great stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting soft in my old age, but which is not the case. If anything, I'm getting an even crankier fucking old man.
Yeah,
stay off my fucking lawn. But like for this stuff, I just feel like it's just a really good time to like get more of what we like.
Yeah. No, this is
more of the thing that we fucking love.
Yeah, right now more than ever. We just got 3 movies announced. We've got this great show that's season 3 is coming to a close. We've got another great show right on the horizon.
Yeah.
We've got some more shit this fall. We got a ton of shit next year.
Yeah, and not everything is fucing.
It can't all hit it out of the fucking park.
Yeah,
but it's come pretty fucking close recently.
There's just a lot of we're in a good place with fucking Star Wars. So
and that's basically what I was circling around to, because I used to like subscribe to a lot of these YouTube channels and I would watch all of their videos, but now like the fact that they're still trashing current Disney Star Wars stuff, I'm like, no, I actually like this shit. Unsubscribe, because I'm tired of fucking listening to nothing but negativity. They'll never say anything positive at all, and it's like, okay, I don't need this in my life.
It's just I agree. And it's better don't like, all right, well, I don't even it's not that I don't care about your opinion, because I still think that you're wrong. But I also know that like your happiness is about trying to ruin mine.
Right.
So I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. I'm just going to go about my life and enjoy what I enjoy.
Fucking right.
And I think that does come with getting to a certain point where you're so fucking staring at 50 and you're like, oh my God, I'm so fucking old. It's like, one of my favorite movies in the world is having its 40th. It's getting ready to have its 40th anniversary. It's probably somewhat coming with age, but moral of the story is stop being so fucking negative.
Yeah, exactly.
Star Wars fans, stop it.
Yep. And getting back to this episode of Rebels, this was such a fucking emotional moment too, where the fucking helmet gets ripped off, and then it does that half Vader voice, half actor voice, and this time they use the actor who played Anakin in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So they did the thing with his voice where they modulated it with Vader's.
Yeah. Swede's got a great tattoo in this,
yes,
by the way.
exactly. Yeah. Big Swede got that view of Vader / Anakin on his whole fucking shoulder.
Yeah. It's a great fucking tattoo done by the
Tatooine Body Arts.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Over in Browns Mills, New Jersey.
Yes.
If you go there, just try not to get shot.
Facts.
And then, of course, Ezra is trying to save Ahsoka as she's fighting off Vader. She fucking pushes him back. Door closes. Fucking temple collapses and everything. And this was where we're kind of led to believe that Ahsoka died. Right? Fighting Vader, or at least...
we know Vader didn't die.
Right, but he got fucked up. Like, he's like, limping out, and he's got the typical...
Right.
The strained breathing when his suit gets all fucked up, which happens a lot for some reason.
He gets he fucks people up, but at the same time, like when somebody gets to him, it's a fucking mess.
Yeah, he has had a tendency to get his ass handed to him a time or two. And we go through a really cool ending montage where, they land. Ezra kind of like shakes his head at Rex, basically signaling Ahsoka didn't make it because Rex is with them, with the big beard and all that. And you kind of just have this whole closing montage. You see Vader limping out of the fucking rubble. You see fucking... Yeah, you see fucking Hera come up and hug Kanan with the no eyes anymore.
Right.
And then you very briefly see... like the Morai flying, the Morai, the owl, Ahsoka's owl, and her walking down into a temple, but she's kind of like ghost-like, and you're like, well, is she alive? Is she dead? Is this like her Force ghost? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Right.
And it was left very ambiguous. Like, they all thought, the Rebels crew thought she was dead for sure.
Right.
And
because, building collapsing on top of you usually indicates death.
Right. Yeah.
Generally speaking.
Yeah, so we'll revisit that when we come back around. And then, of course, this is also where the last scene is Ezra. He still had that fucking Sith holocron. And he's, like, starting to open it up. And you can see, like, his eyes go kind of like a reddish purple. And then we're thinking, like, oh, fuck, Ezra's going to be all fucking dark side in season 3. And we got a little bit of that. But I remember that also kind of falling flat overall, that whole Ezra being dark storyline. So, but to me... like, these 2 episodes were far and away the best episodes of the whole Rebel series. Chime
up until
in.
that point, I would agree.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can't think of much that came after that was better, in my opinion. But again, chat, let me know what you think. So, the next episode that I wanted to briefly touch on was jumping all the way to season 4 now. Season 4, episode 10. This is like 3/4 of the way through season 10, and it's Jedi Knight, and this is basically the one where Kanan meets his untimely end. And it starts off where Hera's been captured, so she'd been captured in a previous episode, I guess, and she's being fucking tortured by that Governor Price, if you remember her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that fucking
cunt.
Yeah, because wasn't she in a book first that we had read, and then we saw her in Rebels?
Yes, and we were like, that's not what she should look like.
Right, because she looked fucking weird in Rebels. She had like the short black hair. She kind of looked like Dr. Evil's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Scott! What book was she in that we read?
I don't know. We have the interwebs.
Yeah.
Let me get on that.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'll just give another quick recap. Like, she's torturing the shit out of Hera at this point. Thrawn rolls in because we're deep into Thrawn now at this point, being
Right.
a part of the series, and he's asking fucking Hera about if you remember the fucking Twi'leks had their weird little doll that looked like a T with like,
Yep.
two dangly things.
The dangly bits.
Yeah, and he's like asking her about her art,
Which
and all
comes
that
up
stuff.
later.
Yeah, yeah, and so and then the rest of the group, they're all getting ready to go like do a rescue mission onto to get Hera. And Kanan, he's still fucking blind at this point. He takes his lightsaber and he like cuts off his hair. He cuts off his fucking ponytail and all that. And when you see him in the next scene, my note was, "Oh God, Kanan really shouldn't cut his own hair,
Right.
especially when he's blind, because he looked
Like-
terrible."
Well, that's haven't you ever, cut your hair when you didn't have a mirror?
No, I have never done that. Actually,
You don't do that?
No, I
Oh.
don't.
Oh, I feel like people do that all the time.
Or if I was blind, I wouldn't cut my hair. And then you throw any combination of the two into there.
And that is one thing, literally, if I was blind, that would definitely, like, I would have the shortest hair ever, if any.
Yeah.
Because, there's no way I'd want to have to deal with that. Just the thought of having, like, my hair any which way. Because I'd wear a hat anyway, because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Like for some, God forbid, I went blind, right? Just all of a sudden, like I sneezed and I went blind. You ever?
Oh, that would suck.
Do you ever sneeze and your fucking arms go numb?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've had like when I sneeze, like my arms go numb, and my arms and my hands, like I like go and then go like pins and needles, and they fucking dude, it's a thing. So. I could see, and I get like flashing, like it goes blam and like flashes. My nerves are fucked. So yeah, I'm not a healthy human being. So the fucking, I could see like a sneeze and all of a sudden like, no, I don't see anymore. There's definitely like, all right, every 2 weeks, shave my fucking head.
Yeah.
Like buzz
and that
it
you
down.
can do. You can do without.
Right. And then I put a fucking hat on. And, make sure everything is cut to the point where I don't have to feel it. Because, like, even right now, like, my beard's too long. Like, because it, like, moves. Like, when I'm breathing through my nose,
Sure.
like, there's hair that moves, like, right here underneath my nose.
That does bug me a lot.
And I'm like
constantly
like, God damn it, no! So this has got to be trimmed. Like, I'm just not, like, a big bushy beard guy.
yeah.
Like, I have a beard out of laziness, not because of a fucking fashion trend. So because it's not the best beard, it just doesn't grow in right. This is
It looks fine.
this is truly out of laziness. So
I mean, you could shave your neck a little bit, but
dude, I'm way out of regs right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll get to it at some point. I was too busy to fucking watch this goddamn show. Do you think I had time to fucking shave?
No, because he was fucking sorting nails apparently by size.
Important. Not. Well, yes, by size, but that's neither here nor there.
So anyway, getting back to the episode.
Yeah.
Kanan cuts his own hair. It looks terrible. So there's two stormtroopers as they're like fucking flying in to go get Hera, and they're talking to each other. And I immediately recognized one of their voices. One of them was Dave Filoni. I'm like, that's Dave Filoni's fucking voice. And I went back and listened to it again, and it's so Dave Filoni. It's like
no
not
shit.
even disguised. And then I was trying to figure out who the other stormtrooper was, because his voice sounded familiar, but I couldn't. I couldn't figure it out, and I need to look it up.
I didn't pick that up at all.
But yeah, no, the Dave Filoni's voice, like immediately now, after hearing so many interviews with him, especially after just having Celebration.
Yeah, so it's a celebration.
Yeah, so it's like I immediately picked up on his voice. I'm like, Filoni, knew it. So yeah, anyway, they fly in to do the shit. Fucking Thrawn pulls in Dr. Ball to go to work on fucking Hera, and this is I don't know if you remember this, but they fucking they inject her with the fucking mind juice, and like they're trying to like fucking get information out of her, and she's like blitz out of her fucking mind. She's like fucking stoned, like Cheech and Chong style. She's like fucking out of it. And it leads to these funny fucking bits. as she's talking to them, and then when she gets broken out by fucking Kanan, and she's like, "Oh, I knew it was you, man."
Yeah, man.
And it's fucking hilarious.
Oh shit. Okay.
What?
So just rewind real quick. Price was in Thrawn.
That's right. She was the chick on the planet that was in charge of like the fucking mining or whatever.
Well, she was like, didn't she start? I thought she started as like she was like an underling and then kind of rose up.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the Thrawn novels.
Yes.
Shit.
So she was in Thrawn. And,
Speaking of which, you remember Thrawn's little bitch boy throughout that first Thrawn trilogy, the Eli Vanto or whatever?
Yes.
Allegedly, he's going to be in Ahsoka. They've cast an actor to be Thrawn's second-hand man, which most people are guessing is that Eli Vanto character.
Okay.
Which, take it for what it's worth. So yeah, Dr. Ball comes in, fucking Hera's stoned out of her fucking mind, and they're extracting her. They're like, "Oh, let's go land on the fuel depot and wait for our pickup," which brilliant move.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Yeah, and this is where Kanan meets his untimely end because Price is like, "Oh, they're standing on the big fuel depot. Well, fucking shoot it."
So blow it up.
Yeah, and they do. And this is when Kanan has to use all of his fucking force power to stop the fucking shit from hitting everybody else in the ship. They come out to like try to save him, like, Kanan, no, and he fucking force pushes them away, and that's the end of Kanan. Well, he gets his eyes back right before that. His eyes come back and he sees Hera again, and then
one last time.
Yep. Which actually was a pretty.
It was. It had this. I think even when we talked about it on the episode when we did this, however many episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
We joke about it like, what a pussy, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, it was a very poignant moment.
Yeah,
between the two of them,
and that's why we wanted to talk about this particular episode, just because this was the episode where Kanan dies, sacrifices himself to save everybody else, could have ramifications on some of the characters in Ahsoka,
right?
Potentially,
yes.
But it seems like we're gonna have to pause really quick,
yes,
because somebody has to use the bathroom.
Well, somebody's in a lot of pain.
All right, so we're gonna let Dave go pee and be right back after this very quick word from our sponsors. All right, so I'm really curious, what did people come up with after the Rule 34 Google search? All right. Okay. Some people Googled it. Ahsoka smoking hot. Yeah. She is the way they draw her in those images, that's for sure. I'm still angry. Are we talking about The Last Jedi? I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to be angry anymore. In fact, me and a coworker were actually talking about this today. We specifically talking about the whole the hubris of the Jedi, Luke's little speech that he gives to Rey during their little training session. He's like, the history of the Jedi is failure. They allowed Palpatine to infiltrate the fucking Senate and basically extinguish the Jedi in one shot without ever knowing what the fuck was going on until it was too late. So, and you know what? He wasn't wrong. And he said things that Dave and I have said on the podcast before about the hubris of the Jedi and how, how their methods might not have been the best. And so that part of The Last Jedi, and there's several other parts of the fucking movie that I actually don't dislike. But let's be honest, half of that movie is a fucking dumpster fire that needs to just go away and never resurface.
I built a little stand for Obi-Wan's ship.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Jason reading the degenerating chat after Ahsoka Rule 34. Yeah. No, I'm just curious what people thought of their results. So, that's that. All right. I do not have to go, so whenever you're ready, you can give us a countdown. Fuck, it's already after. God damn it. It's happy pill time.
All right, you ready?
I'm always ready. Have you ever gotten one of those?
No, never.
Okay, me neither. Thank God.
Yeah, no fucking way.
I've heard about it. So during the break, Dave and I were talking about sticking things up your pee hole.
Yeah,
and
like you do.
And apparently, like, thank God, neither of us have had to do this. But I guess, like, when they have to test dudes for STDs, like, they'll stick a fucking Q-tip up there. And allegedly, it's not just like a little dab. It's like they stick it down in and like fucking they got a swab. And I'm just like, fuck.
That
like
I would rather chew nails.
Yeah.
Than fucking
like I'll die of whatever I have before I fucking get that fucking test.
Oh God.
But it's like, God, that's the only way. That's really the only way they could fucking test you.
Just wrap it up, kids.
Like, yes, for the love of God.
Or suffer.
Yeah.
You don't want to know how they look at your bladder. Well, I'll tell you, if I had held that pee in any longer, they would be looking at my bladder that way because it was hurting bad.
Yeah, and
you get of a certain age, I think you should not hold in your pee for but so long.
Right.
These are the gifts we give you, the listener.
I think according to the movie Liar Liar, if you hold in your pee, it could damage your prostate, making it difficult to get an erection.
Interesting.
Yes. And he wasn't lying when he said that.
So it must have been true.
Yes. Hollywood.
Right.
All right. We ready to talk about this last episode? Because we're getting short on time here.
So so when I edit the audio for this, am I leaving all that STD talk in?
Hell yeah.
All right, fine, fair enough.
After the music.
Right.
Like not during the music, because then it would be hard to hear.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Dave's been doing a lot of the audio editing lately. It's been a real nice lifting of the burden off of me for a while.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any negative feedback, so.
It stinks. All right. So this is really the episode that I wanted to talk about. The world between worlds. This is what we all kind of were building to. This is what we saw or think we saw in the Ahsoka trailer.
Right.
So this is the one that I really wanted to focus on. And it starts off like they'd already been to the outside of the fucking cave in the previous episode where it's got like the father, the daughter, and the son.
They were trying. It's like the puzzle palace that they were trying to figure out.
Yeah, with the wolves and everything.
Yeah.
And the fucking son, I'm sure we talked about this before, but the son looks like the fucking Grand Inquisitor. Like, he's got the same fucking facial shape and the lines and everything. I'm like, that's the Grand Inquisitor right there.
Right.
But anyway, I'm sure we've had that discussion before. So it starts off with Ezra like going through the door into the fucking place, and immediately you're hearing voices from like all these old Jedi, and it's voices that they've ripped from the movies, voices they've ripped from the fucking TV shows. It's fucking crazy. In fact, at one point you hear Rey's voice. You hear Rey like saying to fucking Finn, like, I'll come and I'll see you again, I promise. You hear Maz Kanata talking, you hear Poe. So it's like all of these things from The Force Awakens, which makes me think that this must have aired not long after Force Awakens.
No, it was air date February 26, 2018.
Oh, okay. So we're a few years removed at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way. But yeah, you're hearing all of these different fucking voices, and Ezra's wondering like, where the fuck am I? And you see the fucking Morai in there. Somehow Morai got inside the world between worlds and leads Ezra to the portal where, he walks up to it and it eventually manifests into Ahsoka fighting Vader, which we left off, at the end of season 2.
Right.
And Ezra's like, what the fuck? It's Ahsoka. And he sees them fighting. He sees Vader basically about to fucking have her number. And he just fucking grabs Ahsoka and just fucking rips her through. And this is the first and only time that like we've ever dealt with any kind of time travel, temporal manipulation or anything like that in Star Wars. It's the one and only time in this location.
Yeah.
And
so, and I think that my thoughts last time were, and still are, that this is reminiscing of like this flow walking state that they talked about in old Legends material, right? Where Jedis could go into the Force basically, and like they would go into a different dimension.
Yeah.
And that this is what this reminds me of. It's like a Jedi would go into this meditative state, but they're actually going into another dimension where they'd actually be able to manipulate things.
Yeah.
So that's what this entire thing reminds me of, is this ability that, okay, the Jedi I think you have to be trained in a way to be able to access it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It's like nobody with just like some basic Force abilities is going to be able to fucking
and I think
go that deep.
And as we get into this a little bit more, like Ezra can get in there because Palpatine wanted him to be in there.
Yeah.
Right. So otherwise, I don't think Ezra would necessarily have the ability to be in there. So it's interesting. But yeah, I'm getting ahead. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, well, and he pulls fucking Ahsoka out of there. And you got to remember too, at this point, Ahsoka's been dead for 2 seasons, right? Like as far as anybody was concerned, Ahsoka fucking died in that battle with Vader,
right?
And that was the end of her fucking character. Her story was done. And then all of a sudden, Ezra gets this fucking portal to the past and is able to just reach through and fucking pull Ahsoka out, which, that's, I would think that is something that probably weighs on Ahsoka's mind a lot. The fact that, she was supposed to fucking die in that battle with Vader and she somehow got saved in this weird, world between worlds, so to speak. And I guess the whole thing that brought them there was the fact that Palpatine was looking for it.
Right.
Like, cause he wanted to access it and use it for evil purposes.
For nefarious reasons.
Yeah, obviously.
Like, I don't know, everlasting life.
Yeah. As he does. And at one point in this, you see him through one of the portals and he's starting to make this link and he's shooting this like fucking blue fire into the world between worlds, like mostly going after Ezra. Cause I guess Ezra was like his key to like getting into the fucking, into the worlds. And, Ahsoka was trying to save him and a whole bunch of other shit happens.
Yeah, because in the episode before this one is when the Emperor kind of had tricked Ezra, right?
I don't remember, honestly, and I didn't rewatch that episode, so I know somehow, like, Palpatine was looking for it. The Empire were there. They were all outside the fucking cave trying to figure out how to get the fuck in, and Ezra's the one who figured it out.
I have this random thought that this random memory that the Emperor had disguised himself as somebody else and had convinced Ezra that, like, hey, I need, the help to go do this, and then fuck.
Yeah, no, well, and that's something else that came up as I'm watching these. I'm like, fuck, I forgot a lot of this shit that happened. Yeah. So, and Rebels, like just in our own free time, not necessarily for the podcast, but it could be worth just going back and just rewatching a lot of it because there's a lot of shit that happened, a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we have until August before the Ahsoka comes back out.
Yeah. So
I don't know. We might get more teasers that
force us to answer these questions. Yeah,
excuse me. Damn.
Kristen sent me an image earlier today too.
Oh yeah, Rule 34?
No, she didn't send me one of those. But it was like a meme she took, but it's not a meme, but it's like an actual thing that's like a guide for getting ready for Ahsoka. And it lists like pivotal Clone Wars episodes, Rebels episodes, the book to read, and some other stuff. And it's all like, if you really want to get ready for Ahsoka, this is it. And
the Thrawn trilogy.
See, they mention that, and I think that's less.
But that's
important.
Legends material.
It is, but we know. I mean, spoiler for next week when we talk about Mandalorian, we know they brought another character from that trilogy into the current canon. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'll see if you can see it on here. I'll post it into the Cantina Facebook group, or maybe Kristen can. But yeah, it's like a list of everything to watch to get ready for Ahsoka. So maybe between now and then, if we feel like any more of this stuff is something we want to touch on, we can do that. Touch on Ahsoka a lot.
Yeah.
But so
34 times.
Yes. So they basically the end of this, they close the fucking portal. Palpatine can't get through, and Ahsoka and Ezra split up at this point. Like Ezra goes back to his people, and Ahsoka, she goes back to fucking Malachor when she pops out of the fucking world between worlds. And she's in front of that temple where you saw her walking down the fucking steps at the end of season 2. So you kind of wonder if that's what we were seeing in that end scene in season 2. Like, did they have that planned out all along where they were eventually going to revive Ahsoka and she was going to walk down that, whatever.
Right.
You could look into that so many different ways. But what I'm thinking is, just because they closed that one entrance, I feel like due to the nature of this world between worlds, there's got to be more ways to get into it.
Oh, yeah.
It can't just be this one fucking hieroglyphics on the fucking rocks on one fucking random planet as a way to get in there. There's got to be like ways to get in there all over.
Yeah.
Which my theory is, if you watch the beginning of the Ahsoka trailer, she walks up to a temple, right? Where she fucking cuts the hole in the ground and falls through, and now she's deeper in some temple. Maybe she's looking for another entrance to the world between worlds. And then we have that moment where she confronts Orange Lightsaber guy in what looks like something similar. Now, I paused that many times over the last couple of days.
Right.
And if you look, it almost looks like there's like a bunch of surveying equipment. There's like some like lights, like construction lights almost. Like the temporary lights that they'll bring in to and shine down on somebody as they're like doing road work or something at night.
I was thinking more like an archaeological dig.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So it's like, what's going on here? What are they surveying? What are they looking for? What are they digging for in this spot? That again looks like that world between worlds where Ahsoka confronts this fucking orange saber guy.
Right.
So I don't know, but I feel like there's got to be something more to the story of that world between worlds. And I don't know. What do you think about the scene where Orange Lightsaber guy is going through the ship just like fucking Vader, like with those same fucking blockade runner guys, fucking choking him out and just like doing the exact same shit that Vader would be doing in either episode 4 or in Rogue One? Like, I almost feel like he kind of put himself in Vader's spot, or he's like envisioning himself as Vader doing that. I don't know. It's just, it seemed way too fucking similar to what we've seen before. And that's why I'm wondering, like, is there like some sort of past manipulation going on? Are they using that fucking world between worlds to,
I'll tell you with that, I think maybe overthinking it.
Probably. But that's what we do with Star Wars fans.
Well, true. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, for that one, I'm not. There's, how many blockade runners, are you going to have? How many?
Probably a lot.
Tantive, Tantive 4 is the fucking ship, right? So 1 through 3 are out there somewhere.
Oh, sure. We've seen multiple versions of that ship.
Right. What is it? Corellian Corvette.
Yeah.
Why can't I remember that? And I remember so many other things.
Yeah. It's those penguins. They've got a
big red freshness gets right to you.
Your fresh breath goes on and on. While you chew it, say goodbye a little longer. Make it last a little longer. Make your the freshness with Big Red. We're just gonna do that every episode.
Anyway, it just slips into insanity.
It was Dave's fault this time.
Yeah.
Because Get your ski shined up. Great. No.
So yeah, this taste is gonna move you.
We have to stop. We have to break the cycle right now.
So this is an interesting. Isaac Palps used the world between to impregnate Shmi. That's look, as silly as that may look. Yes, why not?
Yeah.
You know, if you're in this alternate dimension, right, where you're manipulating things like time,
Yeah.
then
why not influence the midichlorians to create life?
I don't think that's out of the question.
No.
That's something like that could happen. There is this entrance that is being sought to get into this dimension. Me personally, I think it's more about it's like an internal gateway, like within using the Force, not so much a physical gateway.
Right. Yeah. No, I can see that.
And you know, you could use the allegory of like I have to go on this quest in order to find the emotion, to get to that emotional state, to be able to find it within yourself to do it. Like and that's been a theme in several fucking Star Wars books.
Sure. Yeah.
So I you know, it's not a dark side, it's not a light side place, it's just a fucking place. It's just this interdimensional place.
Yeah.
And the Orange Saber people and the Blockade Runner, I think they're people of just another. I don't think they're of another time. I think they're just another force that's out there that's trying to get power.
Yeah.
And with the timeline that we're talking about, you know, the rebellion, the New Republic,
the weak New Republic,
right? They're the ones that like, okay, these are the ships. We're trying to take over these ships in order to get supplies and shit like that. So a lot annihilating, you know, familiarity for us, you know, like when we see the white walls of the fucking Blockade Runner and the dudes in fucking baby blue and those helmets.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, holy shit, I recognize that. And that's what they want. They wanted us to fucking recognize
So
that.
you think it's just more for like, you know, like hitting that little familiarity rather than like this could be some sort of like time manipulation?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think for that thing in particular, I think because we don't want to fuck with time too much in a series that is so like we have to stay within certain time frames to make this work. Like if we're talking about this Ahsoka series that is operating within the same timeline as Mando, within the same time, you know, we have so many things happening and going along on this same timeline. Yeah. We start dicking around and saying like, oh, we're gonna grab a couple of fucking people from like, I don't know, Knights of the Old Republic, and we're gonna drag them into this time, and this is the only place that you're ever going to hear about it is like just on this show right here.
Right.
No place else in the other canon.
No ramifications throughout.
Palpatine's not going to have any sense at all that these people showed up. It's just going to be totally fucking random, happening as a side quest. I think all of us would get a little queasy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Because that's some shit George pulled with the prequels. Like, all of a sudden, like, these people just happen to know each other, and, you know.
Yeah.
And Anakin built C-3PO. It's like, what? Wait a minute. So, anyway. So, the whole... Yeah, I keep seeing, like, girls in the chat talking about vibrations. I'm like, whoa, hello. But they're talking about different vibrations.
That's right. They're talking about good vibrations.
Yeah. Oh, maybe they are talking about what I'm thinking about.
Good vibration.
So the main thing I wanted to drive home from this episode that I think will have ramifications in Ahsoka no matter what is Ahsoka's her need to save Ezra, to find Ezra and save him. Maybe. You never know. Because she owes Ezra for saving her life. So she, you know, still has this desire to find him and save him.
Right. And fucking Sabine apparently wants to reconnect with Ezra too.
Yeah, because she's been having a lot of good vibrations, and
Right.
she wants a little more lightsaber in her diet.
Rule 34.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if there's a Rule 34 Sabine. Stand by.
Yeah, you let me know how that goes.
I'm doing it right now. Should I do Sabine?
I'm thinking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations.
Oh, Rule 34, Sabine Wren. Oh, yeah.
Let me see.
Uh,
Oh, damn.
yeah. Yep, there they are.
Oh, damn. No, damn.
Oh, hey, there's her and Ahsoka.
Oh, nice.
And Hera. Okay.
Nice,
all right,
nice.
yeah. What were we talking about?
3 Star Wars broads in a cup.
Oh, God. All right. So, do you have anything more to say about these Rebels relooks, despite not having actually seen them?
No, I think that I think we're going to be doing this a lot coming up to as we get closer to August and we get a little teaser trailer of this and that and the other thing, and we get a better idea of what actually is coming. And honestly, like, I'd bet dollars to donuts that the season finale of Mandalorian is going to tease something out of Ahsoka.
You know, somebody at work told me the same thing. They think we're going to get some sort of a bridge during the Mando finale that's going to lead us right into Ahsoka.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be a major plot point, but I do think that there's going to be like some umbilical to it.
Yeah.
Just because I might be putting too much stock into the fact that they made that announcement with Filoni and he's going to have this like closure movie for the whole thing. If that was the case, and we know that he's writing these things, he's already written it. Like
I'd like to think so.
That already, like, so the closing sequences have already happened,
or like he's at least mapped it out in his mind. Like, okay, this is where we're gonna go with seasons 4 and 5, and then we'll wrap it all up with Ahsoka and everything else.
Right. So I think these tie-ins for the individual things are going to have to. There's going to have to be some subtlety to it, because otherwise, if they just all smash into each other at the fucking end, you're going to have it's going to be some sort of explosion.
Yeah.
You know, and not all nuclear explosions are good, especially if they're uncontained.
Yeah, I was going to say, are any nuclear explosions good?
Sure. I mean, when you smash atoms together in a nuclear reaction, as long as it's contained in a core and then cooled appropriately.
Remember when people thought that the Hadron Collider was going to
end existence?
Yeah, because it was going to create a black hole that was going to suck up the whole Earth.
Right. Yes. Maybe it did. Maybe we're in a black hole right now.
I believe that.
Maybe that's what created the fucking internet. Was the
black hole.
The black hole. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So social media is a black hole.
Indeed it is.
And it's all the collider's fault.
Yep. The more you know.
The more you know.
All right. Well, that being said, Miss Lopez.
Hold on.
Oh, I thought you were ready for your big spot.
Oh, I gotta put my eyes on.
All right. Well, while she's doing that, I will say that next week we are talking about the final 2 episodes of Mandalorian. So we will be
creepy sometimes.
We will be doing the what? Anyway, we're going to be doing the final 2 seasons of Mandalorian. The following Monday, wait, hold on. Yeah, next week is the 24th of April. May the 1st, we will not be having an episode. Instead, our episode will be 2 days prior on Saturday the 29th, because we're going to have a special guest here in the studio, and we're going to talk about all kinds of special guest stuff. So stand by for that. Oh, there she is, Miss Lopez.
I think my eyes are crazy today.
I mean, are they ever not crazy, honestly?
I don't know.
You know what I saw? On a webpage today, like I was going through my news feed, and it was one of those like 10 bad movies that are fun to watch kind of thing, and one of them was Anaconda.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Jiggly.
No. Do you remember the movie Anaconda that you starred in? Like one of your first acting roles?
Yes.
Yeah. Or no, was it? No, you had
Had
other
a
roles
giant
before that.
snake.
Yeah, giant snakes. But yeah,
Fuck snakes.
yeah,
Especially on a plane.
young Jennifer Lopez in that movie was looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a little banged up right now. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, current day Jennifer Lopez is
She's holding herself together kind of well.
good enough for Ben Affleck, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Fat Affleck, he should be lucky he gets what he gets.
Yeah. Did we talk about him?
Why do I feel like my eyes are too big today?
Well, because you've been wearing your smaller eyes in previous
what it
weeks,
is?
and now you're back. Yeah, because remember you had smaller, beadier eyes.
I feel like I've got pie plates on today.
I don't know. It seems
So weird.
no, it seems fine, and I'm sure it looks better on camera too.
I'm not looking at the camera today.
Why?
Well, the guy, somebody's not looking at the camera.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. I don't know why, but
I
I'll
don't
just...
either. I should have like a monitor in front of me like this, so I'm not turning my head.
Yeah.
That makes it easier for me.
Sure. Yeah.
And the microphone for me is all the way to fuck over there.
Oh well, yeah. Dave covered it up with all this other shit.
Well,
So
yeah. Well, you got a tower of pops, so that's cool.
yeah.
And then the fucking helmet is badass.
Yes, it is. Yeah, we got to do something really cool with it. I don't
Fuck
know.
yeah. We gotta finish it. Gotta put the lens in.
Well, you know what I'm thinking.
Some fucking lighting.
Well, since we've already got a fucking the helmet, and since where'd you go? Oh, so since
Scratch my balls.
I'm gonna have a I'm gonna have a full stormtrooper costume. Maybe Dave needs to have a Mandalorian costume.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Gotta work on that.
Yep. And then we can both join the 501st and do charity work.
Dave actually tried to he was gonna start working on like doing the foam and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And Kathy was gonna help with him. And then he started to do it. And that's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Cosplay is just those people are legit.
Yeah, that's why I just bought the kit because I don't have the patience to like mold it myself, but I can at least attach it to pieces of clothing.
Yeah, vacuum molding is fucking hard.
Yeah. So, are we all right there?
I feel like a goldfish today for some reason.
All right. Anyway, do you have some stuff you're gonna read today?
Like there's a glare. What is so off today?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I got reads.
What do we got?
I'm kind of not into it today, but I'll do the reads because that's what the people want.
Yes, they're here for you. Honestly, I think me and Dave are just here to kill time until your spot comes
2
up.
hours and 12 minutes of time killing until I show up.
That's right.
With my giant pie plate eyes. In Red 5 News, following our live stream, 2100 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. After the weekend, we're reviewing the 1994 classic Ace Ventura. 94. Ace Ventura Pet Detective. That is a fucking classic.
It is.
94.
Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn.
Finkel, your gun is digging into my hip.
Some would say it's not a what would you say, politically correct movie these days.
Oh my God, you could not make that movie.
Oh, I know.
You would definitely. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the backlash?
Oh
that would
God,
be happening?
it would be insane.
Yeah, what's funny is not to steal their thunder because they're going to be on at 9:00, but the fucking remember the animal people. What are they called? PETA or whatever?
Yeah.
Those fucking assholes. Fucking terrorists. They were all up in arms about the fucking dolphin.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, they were like, you're abusing the dolphin because you're making a movie.
About that,
oh, God forbid. Fucking assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that movie cannot get made today.
No, you don't really hear much about PETA anymore either, do we?
Yeah, because they suck.
Yeah, because louder, more annoying voices have taken their place. But that's a conversation for another time.
Somebody somebody just fucking over negative and
Huh?
what?
Sorry, I derailed you. Get back
I'm
to your
having
reads.
a stroke. So
What does that look like as if you're just having it?
I can't do just one side of my face. Just can't really see it.
Yeah. I'm so used to you having your microphone now. Seeing you without your mic is big.
I know it's all
weird.
the way over there.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
kind of using his mic.
That's fine.
I'm just projecting.
We can hear you.
Because I'm an actress too, not just a singer. I'm also an actress.
That's right. You actually started off as an actress.
That's right.
Well, you started off as a dancer, right?
Yeah, a stripper.
No, I thought in Living Color. Weren't you one of the
But
fly girls in Living Color?
Yeah, but I was stripping too.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
tons of money,
I bet.
dude. I was raking it in.
Oh.
My thick ass thighs. Oh yeah, so much money.
So anyway.
Yeah, that Living Color gig was just for show.
Yeah, exposure.
That was so I had something to pay taxes with.
Oh. Speaking of which, I did my fucking taxes
Oh
over the
my
weekend.
God! Did you do your taxes?
I had to pay a shitload of fucking money this year.
You know, you're not alone. I heard that from somebody else today too.
Yeah, I fucking goddamn, dude. I was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
Yeah,
Just took it right up the fucking ass.
yeah. The guy next to me, he kind of spent like he had to pay like $6,000.
That's about what I had to pay
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's fucking it's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, you know why? Because I couldn't claim my oldest son anymore. Because he
Yeah.
has a job.
Yeah.
And he made over a certain threshold.
Yeah, that's fucking when the dependents are gone. That's you take it right in the ass.
Yeah. And I took it all right.
Yeah, you did.
I took it long and deep.
Yeah. Did you use your pillow to console you?
No.
No?
No, I was too hurt.
Oh, the pillow is nice and soft. You just gotta remember to take the plastic off.
I thought that was the whole point of keeping the plastic on.
Oh, well, you know.
All right.
Some days you just need to take the plastic off.
I think you've read like one line of the read so far.
So, after the weekend, it's 2100. Reviewing a classic Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. And, join our two and guest host, Mr. Cannoli Sasquatch, in the live chat on YouTube. That's a great name. Mr. Cannoli Sasquatch.
TurboTax specifically told me that I could not because he made over $4,000 last year. Trust me, I tried.
I have a person that does it. Like, here's paperwork and money. Do my taxes.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, dude.
And then he probably called you and was like, "Oh, I'm going to need more money than what you gave me."
No.
Yeah, in fact, the government's going to want.
No.
more.
That's not how it works.
Oh, that's not how the force works.
No, it's not how the force works.
Okay. Anyway, so you're.
I'll give you that person for next year.
All right. Well, you're 2 lines in at this point.
Almost. The Red 5 Network has 29 active podcasts and 6 archived podcasts for a grand total of
Whoops.
3 weeks later. The nighttime is the right time. The nighttime is the right time.
I'm 37?
35 podcasts.
I'm 37?
5. As in Red 5. 35. Oh, see, look at that. Red 5, 35. Ha ha ha.
I don't like it.
Neither do I. Check out bio.link/Red5 to browse this amazing lineup and click on the podcast for where to find them.
For where to find.
That's what it says.
I think that makes sense.
I don't think I read it in the proper. I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Right.
Check out bio.link/Red5. That's bio.link/Red5. Can't forget that. To browse this amazing lineup and click on a podcast for where to find them. No, that's how it reads.
Yeah, that is English.
There's something for everyone in the Red 5 Network. Reading. Yeah. It's reading in Spanish.
Oh God, I used to know that.
What's
Fuck. It's been a long time.
étudier? Oh, that's French. That's studying.
All right, you keep
Dumb.
going. You keep going. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll Google it.
In Cantina Family Happenings, join the used and abused tomorrow 2000 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight with Scott.
Oh, hey, Rule 34 Sabine again.
Nice. With hosts Scott, Kim, and Nicole. They'll be reviewing the new Super Mario Brothers movie live on YouTube. Nice.
Great
Jason
movie.
reviewed that. He said
Good movie.
that it was good. And he also said that you could make a good movie and not shit on everything else.
Yep. Go figure.
I'm pretty sure that's a direct quote.
Yep.
So watched Scott, Kim, and Nicole also give direct quotes. Wednesday. Oh, here we go. Wednesday, ATSW The Escape Pod will be discussing ... Little Girl doesn't even know anymore. Yeah, it's very confusing. If you follow them on social media at ATSW The Escape Pod on all the socials, yeah, I think they fucking had some sort of meltdown.
Oh, yeah?
I think they can't handle me calling them out on their bullshit. Really. The hand puppet gets them all worked up. What they don't realize is like a complete mind of my own.
Lectura.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Reading.
No.
Lectura.
Oh, like lecture?
Yeah.
Oh.
But isn't lecture speaking? Lectura is reading. I don't understand.
Well.
I think that's more English's problem than Spanish's.
Yeah.
English is a fucked up language.
Yeah, English fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was saying that Escape Pod, yeah, they've been having trouble. They can't handle all my greatness.
Yeah. No, they're just jealous because they know your milkshakes bring all the viewers to the yard.
I need to know that song. we need a drop for that. Oh, we need the drop for that.
Like which part? Like we can't.
The beginning of the song.
Okay, because yeah.
Or if we just hum it, like just something we can do. Anyway, so Little Girl doesn't know what they're doing. Maybe Ahsoka, Donald Trump, Smurfs, some Yoda girl. What the fuck? Who the fuck even knows? And Little Girl is not a spy. It's all in all caps.
Oh, then how did we know they were doing Last of Us this week?
How did we know? How did we know? Maybe because it's on their social media shit.
Probably.
I mean, that's why. I mean, what are we doing next week?
Mandalorian finale.
Oh yeah, that's the Mandalorian finale. I mean, everyone's going to be doing that, right?
Yeah.
They should be doing it too. I mean, if they were smart. See, it's not really copying. I mean, you can get all butthurt about it, but in reality, if you're doing good work and you're following Star Wars, then you would be doing the Mandalorian finale.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing. They record on Wednesdays. So if they were fucking really smart about it, they'd find a way to watch the fucking show before their episode, and they'd be one of the first fucking podcasts to talk about the Mandalorian finale. But instead, they're going to be a week behind when nobody gives a shit anymore.
That's true, because they do it on Wednesday. They could do it that day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't give them any fucking ideas. What is wrong with you?
They're not going to do it. They suck.
The gauntlet has been thrown down, and it wasn't by me.
Well, okay. To give them the benefit of the doubt, nobody's going to want to watch it on Wednesday if they haven't seen The Mandalorian, right? Because there's a chance I might not get to see it until Thursday or Friday night.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah, so
maybe they're just not ruining it for everyone else.
yeah, that would make
so
sense.
Really, they're thoughtful.
Well, not so much that they're thoughtful, but their viewer count would be pretty low because people who haven't seen it wouldn't want to watch their show.
Yeah, but it's a podcast. I mean, we're a podcast.
Well, yeah, but you got all of our viewers are when we go live. I mean, we get some views afterwards, but a majority of our views and all of our chat interaction happens when we're live on Monday nights.
Do you think my shtick is worthwhile just on the pod? I'm just curious.
We asked that question, remember? And somebody answered and said, yeah, it was great.
All right.
Yeah, for
I
the
don't
audio.
remember.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right,
what were we
moving on.
talking about?
We've been derailing all of your reads.
Yes, it's been easy today. Check out Don, Brady, and Dragon Buddy on YouTube at 19:05, 7:05 p.m. Eastern, where they may or may not have their shit together. That was great. That was part of the read. Yeah, and that was good. That was better than what I was going to say. Sweet Studios on break recovering from surgery, so follow Sweet Studios on socials for updates and give them a sub on YouTube.
I think he was just looking for another excuse to delay releasing new music.
He made a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh, I know.
Like he's definitely was working on shit. The Orange Fett Show did not release a new episode this week, but follow them on Instagram for updates. Layman's Terms did not release any new eps this week. I did see them post something on something.
I might see him next week. Keith Lehman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy. Layman's Terms.
Mm-hmm.
Please give him a follow on the socials and sub on YouTube for your primary source of ignorance and Drunken Panther. Magic's thing? Magic,
Yep.
Yeah, Magic tournament?
Not a tournament, just friendly play.
Nice. Nice. You can find us! I just do it to see him wince.
it's so loud, and I'm never expecting it.
At bio.link/ the Sidebar Cantina, where you can find our links to YouTube, audio, Patreon, our latest Spotify music mixtape, and all social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Discord, TikTok, and Audible. I don't even know what their Twitch thing is. And Discord's kind of, you got to be careful on Discord. There might be fucking top secret documents on it.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that.
Fucking moron.
That's all right. He'll just become a woman and get a pardon.
What in... I'm not touching that with your dick. So derailed. Ludiger added the shortcut to the top of bio, type of our bio link, so go check it out. Also in our bio link is our TeePublic merch shop. We have our F Cancer, which they bought the fucking shirts, and I wanted them for today, but fucking they didn't come yet.
Oh, that sucks.
Kind of upset.
Yeah.
But if you buy the shirts, and you'll get them on time, whatever time that is. We have our F Cancer, Jason Rose designs, our super sexy Twi'lek, sidebar chick. Oh, Shanty just bought shirts.
That's right. A couple days ago.
Yeah. Patreon supporter of the show.
Chantal.
Right. Our beloved Hennifer, classic Sidebar Cantina logo too, throwback designs are from a genetic point of view. There are t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags, phone cases, exclusive stickers and pins, wall arts, magnets, notebook, laptop cases, pillows. Now's your chance to show everyone your fuck pillow.
All right.
Just about anything you can imagine. Just make sure to tag us on the socials so show off that sweet finance merch. Make sure there's no glare. Yeah, there you go.
This is what it looks like without the condom on. Get rid of the plastic. Why am I keeping that plastic on there?
I don't know. You just keep propagating the cycle.
Yep. So there it is, in all of its disturbing glory.
It has a front and a back.
Yep.
So you got both sides.
And it's actually super soft.
It's cool. You can flip it over and you get cool as the other side of the pillow.
Yep.
Jason's tits right on your face.
Oh, God, I can't believe that. To this day. It's...
Oh, reviews!
No new reviews.
Motherfuckers.
Yep.
Would you please, please, cocksuckers, write us a 5-star review on Apple or Audible. I'm not being pushy, but yeah, fucking do it. Wonder Girl wants to throw swag at you. Oh, she got no more. I guess she sent out all the Valentines. Don't have an Apple or Audible account? Our Facebook page has a review feature too. Just screenshot your review before you hit done and DM it. Why is the fucking question mark upside down in Spanish? Why do they do that?
Is that, like, always the case?
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking.
I don't know. I don't think we covered that in Spanish class back in high school.
I mean, it's a thing, right?
I've seen it before, but I don't know if it's, like, consistent every time they do a question mark. It's always upside down.
Our Facebook page has a review feature too. Just screenshot your review before you hit done and DM us the pic of it on Instagram or Twitter. I'm all tingly. My hands. It's probably not good.
No.
This is your chance to tell us your thoughts on the show. I better finish quick.
Yes.
Head over to the page or Hank or Edith or Mama or somebody fun will read your review word for word on our next episode. If you are listening to us on audio, please consider...
Are you out of breath?
No, I just saw that there was a text. Please consider joining us in the live chat on Mondays. The chat is definitely where it's at. And if you're new to the sidebar, please subscribe, ding that bell, and select all to receive notifications of when we go live.
Oh my god.
That was some disturbing shit.
Apparently there's some Rule 34 Hennifer out there now.
Oh my god. That's the fact that it can. Wow. Wow, Brady.
Oh my god.
You better be careful. I hope you're using the fucking.
I wish we could show that on YouTube.
I hope you're using the fucking. What is the fucking part of your browser that's
Incognito?
incognito? There you go.
Yeah. But that only goes so far. You really need like a VPN.
Yeah, good luck with that. If you're listening to this audio, please consider. Oh, I said that. Hands numb. Ding that bell. Select all to receive notification when we go live. I should really actually say that. If you are new to Sidebar, please subscribe and ding that bell to slip it into Edith or Mama. Ding that bell. Select all to receive all notification when we go live. Remember to hit that like button. It really helps us out. Hennifer, blow taco flavored kisses goodbye to friends now and apologize to Jason for yelling at him. No, I will not do that because yelling at him is the most fun ever. But I will, I can't blow kisses either because I got no lips. You need lips. You need lips to blow.
I mean, we could fix that.
Fuck you, the fuck you are. I will give chocolate flavored kisses. Taco favorite kisses. And chocolate. But probably not.
Yeah. Well, I hear someone's on a diet, so.
Taco flavored kisses! For you.
All right, are you done?
Bye!
All right. We'll see you next week.
I should not be pins and needles right now.
Oh my
That's not
God.
a good idea.
I think we talked about on the show how our guest that's going to be in studio on the 29th.
Does he still not know?
He does not know anything about Miss Lopez.
Oh my god. It's gonna be fucking hilarious. I cannot wait.
And we shouldn't say anything, right? Like nothing.
I told you should tell him.
Oh, God, I really don't. I want it to be a surprise.
Well, you know what? You don't have to tell him. He should be listening to the fucking show.
That is true. Like he should be doing his due diligence and
Right.
knowing what the fuck he's getting
like,
into.
why aren't you listening to the show?
Yeah.
If you are listening to the show, good. But if you're not, it's on you, bro.
Yeah. All right. So we already talked about what's next week. You got
Did we?
Yeah, Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. So anything else before we sign off?
No.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We've had a shitload of people in the chat all night.
Oh damn.
Yeah, you guys are fucking awesome.
You are awesome.
And our audio listeners are awesome too. Don't get me wrong. But you're missing a lot if you're not in the YouTube on Monday nights because it's hopping. Like the conversations are fucking fire today. So
Yeah, and with Mama Vickers in there too.
Oh, man.
welcome to
welcome to the chaos.
welcome to our depravity.
Yeah. It's the the mental illness is strong with these ones.
Yes, exactly.
So, alrighty. Well, thank you everybody again. You're awesome for joining us tonight, and we will see you next week when we talk some Mandalorian finale.
That's right.
It's gonna be good shit.
That's right.
All right. Well, that being said, I guess there's nothing else to do but say, Dave and everybody else, may the force be with you.
Yeah, force with you.
That's good.
Good luck tomorrow, Vickers.
See.
3PO. Okay, now what do I click?
All right, and that's that. Dude, this helmet.
It's fucking awesome.
And
Isn't
it's
it?
so heavy.
It's fucking legit.
I'm telling you, man. Make a Mando costume.
Dude, I started making one and getting the foam forms. Not easy.
No.
not as easy as I like. I was cutting and like trying to like get to form bits and dude, not easy.
Yeah, I believe it.
I get my cousins to help because they do LARPing and they do stuff. So they could probably help me put something together.
Because I'm gonna tell you, like, if I can get my stormtrooper costume to like look legit, I'm gonna try to get into the 501st.
Yeah, I think the issue is though that this is not a.
Well, it's not a specific Mandalorian. It's,
Right. What is happening? Check your phone, censored picture.
Oh, well, I guess we're still on the air.
It's
So
the censored version?
anybody who's still there, this was the Rule 34 Hennifer that's censored. Oh my god, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, thank
bet-
you.
yeah.
Thank you, Brady.
All right, let's close it up because my happy pill's starting to kick in.
All right, guys. We love you.
Yes.
We will see you mañana weeks.
I don't think that's not how Spanish works. But anyway.
I don't speak Spanish.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.